Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Peak with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Dana Trucking. Live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. 37 at tickets, Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
And Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
This is Early Break Sip and Jake. Sponsored by Dana Trucking.
Good morning, happy Monday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Full show ahead, lots to get to. The bracket is officially out for both the NCAA tournament and the NIT, which Nebraska is not in. We'll get to that here in a second. No Nebraska ball. Their season ends in the Big Ten tournament against Minnesota.
I got a question
loss. Yes.
About that. Would you guys know this? Is there anybody do reporters call like the NIT? Is there an NIT selection committee chairman like the NCAA selection committee has a chairman? Just anybody call and say, what kept Nebraska?
You snubbed us. What? Why are we out?
Why are the first four out? Why are the first
Right.
four? There should be a big conversation.
Did I miss that?
Where's the first four out?
Did I miss the NIT selection committee chairman?
You did.
Getting interviewed by Seth Greenberg?
Yes.
Did I miss that?
Hey, Seth, why no Nebraska, sir? Why Nebraska?
We're the first four out.
I'd love to see him like, well, here's what happened.
Yeah.
Like,
We're going to put up the exact play-by-play why
They
Nebraska's
could.
out.
They
Yeah.
could.
They could, but
well,
They
the one
don't.
thing that
Nebraska had to be first four out, right?
I think they were first four out.
You think they were first out?
I don't know about that, but they were the first four. John Templon, our guy who we had on
He had him
Thursday,
out.
NIT bracketologist, said throughout the day he felt good about Nebraska, maybe being the last team in, and then at one point said maybe the first team out, and of course the draw becomes they're not in the NIT, so probably in the first four out because of that. Now we don't know if John nailed this completely, but no Nebraska in the NIT. It's okay.
Yeah,
16-16 is the record, and that's all it will be.
some of the things, and I understand there's just crazy metrics that I don't understand, the net and all the things, but NC State is in the NCAA tournament, and they had one quad one win.
The record will help them. They were 23-10, so it's a good record at least.
But one. So from the ACC, which was incredibly down,
and they played Creighton. So NC State did sneak in as an 11.
They're in the South bracket.
They were the ones that caught the most heat from the Seth Greenberg.
Is that right?
Yes, they caught the most heat.
So Creighton got a good draw.
Them, Nevada, and Arizona State caught the most heat.
It's the fact that NC State wasn't even the last four in. They were comfortably in because they're not in the play-in games. The play-in teams are the last four in.
Yeah.
Arizona State, Nevada, Mississippi State, and Pittsburgh are all your last four in. So NC State was not even in that.
So Creighton plays NC State, and according to Jake will love this. Did you hear Clark Kellogg, Jake?
What he said, the
Creighton.
Texas Froghorns?
No.
part?
When they had
which is
Creighton,
one of my favorite audio moments.
I prefer that.
No,
moment.
did you hear the moment when he said Creighton has everything they need to be a championship team?
Well, I blocked it out because it was a Creighton praise, so no, I didn't hear that part.
So he's Creighton cutting the nets down?
He just said they have every. No, that was Clark, and his Final Four.
I would love for the people to see Sipple's notes. It's like my mom she can write in shorthand. That's what it looks like. You're in shorthand.
Yeah,
it's quite incredible.
No, Clark.
Say it one more time though, if you could, please, Jake.
Well,
no. What did he say? What do you call TCU?
This is why I can't take Clark Kellogg seriously because he says Creighton's going to be a championship contender team, and he called TCU the Texas Froghorns. he called TCU the Texas Froghorns.
Then he caught himself. I didn't know what. And then Gumbel was just beside himself. He was on a complete meltdown.
They were moving fast.
Texas Froghorns.
They were moving fast.
Yeah. Easy.
The Texas Froghorns, by the way, in this bracket, aka TCU, will play the winner of Arizona State, Nevada, on St. Patrick's Day. So
Clark
Texas.
he doesn't have Creighton in the Final Four. He has Bama and Purdue, Clark Kellogg, and Xavier and Gonzaga, and he has Gonzaga winning it all. Hello, Jay Wright picked Kansas to win it all.
That'd be surprising to me.
They just lost. They just got hammered by
This
Texas
is why
twice.
I'm surprised that you're so against it. They're a 1 seed still. I mean, any 1 seed is a fair team to pick to win it all. I know
suppose
they got beat by Texas. You're right, twice.
Hammered.
You're correct.
Twice.
You're
Hammered.
correct. But
Hammered, not be hammered. Hammered.
that's one thing they have a problem with. Now Texas is
We're
not
gonna
in that
have to-
bracket. They're in the Midwest. Kansas is in the West, which also sparked anger from people that are Kansas fans because Houston is the 1 seed playing in Kansas City, and Kansas is not playing in Kansas City. Kansas is going to play in Des Moines.
They'll travel well to Des Moines.
They will.
That's not a brutal travel.
Oh God, they will.
In fact, if you're a Kansas fan, you kind of want a little road trip, don't you? I mean, you kind of want to make a little drive, don't you? Like 3-4 hours.
That'd be super fun to go to Des Moines.
I mean, just if you Google that one, and I know that Josh could do that, just Google the distance from Kansas City to Des Moines. You'll be shocked at how short it is. It's shocked.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Yeah, you're
you're
basically playing at home.
If you're driving back to Lincoln, you make a wrong turn, you could end up in Des Moines
Pretty easily.
You could.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My wife and daughter were there this weekend. They're like leaving Des Moines. About 10 minutes later, just hit Council Bluffs. I was like, what? Really? It's not very far.
No,
It's not very far at all.
All right, Jake, what else?
Well, again, the bracket's out. We want to do idle chit chat. I want to get back to the bracket.
No, I want
Well, too bad sponsors. So we're gonna do idle chit chat here real quick.
2 hours 45 minutes to go from Kansas City to
See,
Des Moines.
that's why there's anger though.
You can-
Because
you
this
can-
is the 1 seed. Why would Kansas not be the 1 seed in the Midwest?
Well, first of all, it always goes by the overall one gets the easy.
They're a 1 seed though. A 1 seed in a. I don't know. What are you fighting here? They're a 1 seed.
I don't know.
It's just
I think we have-
odd that they have
I think we-
Houston in
I
Kansas
think we
City.
have bigger hills to die on than this
You're
one,
a
Jake.
Kansas fan.
Yeah, I think this is the one.
I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I'm just telling you
I'm
what.
not going. I'm not going.
There's a lot of anger.
I'm sorry, upset.
There's
by
a lot
that.
of anger in the area.
Yeah,
I don't care because I don't like the Jayhawks. But I'm just upset that
obviously, you do because the way
this
you,
area was stunned
I'm-
by that
this
yesterday.
this is really awkward for me that I'm on Sipple's side.
It's
It's
uncommon.
It's uncommon with anybody. I've
uncommon.
never once been walking around Lincoln. Someone goes, "Hey man, just he's up on Sipple. He's right most of the time."
I can't hear you. Something's in my. It's crackling.
It's blocked out over
It's
there.
crackling.
Yeah.
My headphones are. There's something. Did you say something?
Yes, don't work out in jeans. What you do?
There was a lot of people that were confused about a few things here. Texas A&M.
They got
Texas A&M
hosed.
was the number 2 team in the SEC, and they finished runner-up in the conference,
conference tournament.
the title game,
double twos.
and they get a 7 seed.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't.
How
could
could Iowa State be ahead of them? Iowa State got a 6
Great
seed.
question. Iowa State is. Iowa State. The Big 12 was a better conference here, to be fair, but Iowa State is 19 and 13. They get a 6 seed in the same bracket as A&M, who finished second in the SEC, finished 25 and 9. Way better record, way better finish, and they're a seed lower than Iowa State. Now that is a bad draw. That's a bad seeding
That was
job by the
horrible.
I
committee.
don't know
there.
that Chris Reynolds was. Did you see Chris Reynolds' interview? The selection committee chair.
No.
I don't think he was asked about that. He was asked about Rutgers.
Rutgers, as Bill pointed out a few weeks ago, was sliding. And guess what?
When I said it, they were
criticized Bill.
They were a 6 seed. They were a 6 seed.
They
when I
were
said
they were
they're out.
solidly in the dance for a long time. We criticized you, and where's Rutgers at?
Yeah,
They're in
thank
the
you.
NIT as a 1 seed.
They're
Playing
a 1
Hofstra.
seed though. Yeah.
On the other hand, Penn State.
Penn State.
Which I said to motivate those guys. I said that on air. I think Penn State with how they. Thank God that even though they were a second day game like that, if they lose that one, I don't think they're in either.
If they would have lost
Their first game of the tournament. I don't think.
Oh yeah, they might have been out if they lost their
Yeah.
first.
So they go from maybe out to being a 10 seed. Though.
Yeah.
So not even the last 4 in.
And
They're
last 4 in.
comfortably in the dance there.
But they won a couple of really big games.
And they were playing for the
Yeah.
title game. They almost
Yeah.
won yesterday.
And one of the most buffoonery plays when he throws the ball back under the basket, they intercept it to get it within 1. It was like, you guys watch that at the end of the game? Obviously not. I can see the blank stares. You guys weren't watching it.
Well, Penn State had a chance to win. Yeah, they had the ball with 4 seconds to
And
go. I saw that.
They screwed it up. But before that, they threw the ball backwards. Penn State intercepts it. Boom, layup, which shouldn't have hit. Hit a 3, intercepted the ball. So 5 points went down in a matter of 1 second. So and then they get the ball back,
Mhm.
and then they just had the play they had diagram. The inbound pass was so difficult. Made a great play on. Then he did travel. So
But Penn State falls, but they're the 10 seed. They're playing A&M in that first game, the 7-10 matchup. Again, if you're A&M, Penn State's hot right now. Penn State is hot.
I don't like that though for Penn State. A&M is very athletic. Penn State plays without a post, which is weird. There's no way they're going to beat Purdue. It was funny watching that game, by the way. I mean, that Edey just shoots,
and they still almost won though. Edey had like 32 points in the game.
It was like a kid on the playground, a high school kid playing with sixth graders. He shoots over them.
You ever see this Seinfeld when Kramer does karate? He's learned how to do karate, but he's at a certain level, but so he has to go against like fifth graders.
That's what it's like.
That's what it looked like.
It did. They don't play a post.
That's most people for Zach Edey. By the way, he does it to almost every team.
Yeah.
So there's okay. If you want the overall 1 seeds, we didn't get this in the South. Alabama is the 1 seed, 29-5. They'll play the winner of Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, in Southeast Missouri.
Alabama has a lot of weapons.
SEMO's real. I've watched him.
Purdue is a 1 seed. They play Texas Southern or Fairleigh Dickinson. That's the East bracket.
Houston, Fairleigh Dickinson.
Houston,
what a great name.
It is.
Where do you go to school at? Fairleigh Dickinson.
Houston's the 1 seed in the Midwest, and Kansas is the 1 seed in the West bracket.
Houston has a big injury. Marcus Sasser.
Yes.
Marcus Sasser out.
Groin,
crumpled,
but
he crumpled with a groin injury.
Not sure that's a serious injury.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll play or not. It sounds like it's very tenuous to me. That's a big injury. That's another reason I was a little surprised they got a higher seed technically than Kansas. Yeah,
now you're
going back. You're surprised that Houston's higher than Kansas after they just got boat raced by Texas.
I mean,
Houston lost to
Memphis
yesterday.
In that, the committee chairman said they do take into consideration injuries and how that affects the team. You see what I'm saying? That a team effectively can be graded down because of a key injury, which happened to Rutgers. I mean, Rutgers obviously was affected by, I can't pronounce the guy's name. It's spelled M-A-G.
Yeah, they only won one game.
Mawat Mag.
Quad one after he got injured.
Yeah, they lost 7 of their last 9.
Bill called their demise weeks ago.
Right. They were your exact words, and I said they're out. You're like, they're a 6th seed.
At that
Joe
point,
Lenardi,
they were.
One thing I know is basketball. That's what I know is college basketball. That makes no sense.
You do
makes no sense that you would get demoted for what you did all year with an injury.
Well,
you don't all of a sudden, if you go in the NFL and you've earned the seed in a bye, you don't all of a sudden get it taken away because in the game before your quarterback got hurt.
It's a data point.
Yeah. It's
according to Chris Reynolds.
I think it's
the selection committee.
So all of a sudden you run the table and you go 34-0 in the season, and you're in the championship game of the SEC tournament, and you're Kentucky, and 2 guys get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So now
it might affect
you're a 3 seed.
Yeah,
come on.
It might affect your seed.
Come on.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you're reporting. This is where I'm better than what you are with
right.
this. I understand what you're saying. I'm listening to you.
It's a seed
where you would just fight Jake on the other
right.
part.
Right.
But I agree with.
I can't wait a second.
You're
reporting.
You're reporting facts, like that, but I don't believe in them.
Josh, I got a bad.
I got a bad.
The best part is Josh just looked over like, really? Oh, hang on, I'll try to get that fixed.
Yeah, I got a bad headset.
This one's not fixable, Josh. It's permanent over here. It's bad headset.
I can't hear you when you say that stuff.
What
was that?
So the Big Ten gets 8 teams in the dance. 8 teams from the Big Ten.
Good.
Make it.
And 8 teams from the
Big
SEC too, right?
No, 7,
Big 12,
wasn't it?
I got it.
Big 12, 7.
SEC had 8. SEC had actually 8.
Yeah, Big 12 had 7.
SEC 8, Big 10 8, Big 12 7. SEC 8.
I thought Greenberg had a good thing on. This would have been early this morning, treadmill time. Listening to him.
I was listening to him too.
Listen to him talk about the Big 12. Everyone agrees the most difficult conference to play in.
Seth Greenberg.
Yes. But then he was talking about also, he goes, but at some point in time, you have to win games. You're putting teams in that are like 6-12 in the league.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because at some point in time, I agree it's hard, but you do have to win. You know, you can't
don't complain.
Yeah.
You got to win some games here.
They're talking about Oklahoma State, and there's a couple of them. I think Iowa State got away with they're the ones that is shocking to me. how they played down the stretch and where they're and then being seeded a 6th seed.
Yeah,
a 6th seed.
We'd have to look at A&M's metrics a little closer before I would have to look at A&M's metrics a little closer before I'm.
All I know
I'm
is they're
really hard on
second
the
in the
committee.
league and second in the tournament, and their record was fabulous. What was their overall record?
25-9.
That's really
A&M,
good.
yeah, 25-9.
25-9.
Played Alabama yesterday.
Yeah.
Now Alabama smoked them. A lot of weapons
Yes.
on that Alabama team.
Easy.
Wow. Did you hear that?
He would wait for that. He wrote that down like on
He did.
Thursday.
Well, he texted to us. No,
Yeah,
he brought it to
he
the
did.
airwaves.
Yeah, didn't you
He
see
did
that?
text
texted the
I
group.
got no reaction.
I responded.
No, you did.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I texted back. I brought it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you did.
I texted back properly to your.
What was it?
I said shots fired.
Yeah, shot. You were worse.
I was just
You were
following
worse.
the joke.
I didn't. I was no part of this.
Zing, zing.
So on the airwaves,
Yeah,
listening,
no
no part of
it.
this.
Me and Sid.
Yeah.
Terrible people.
No part of
What?
this.
They got a lot of
Yeah.
weapons.
Yeah.
They're very multi-talented team.
In terms of other things in the bracket that I think stood out to people that maybe they feel bad for some teams. This is a team from a small conference, but Florida Atlantic goes 31-3 and gets a 9 seed. People thought they could be up to a 6 seed, not a 5 seed, probably a 6
The
seed.
worst part, it wasn't even that. The worst part is they got a 9 seed, and the 8 seed they get is Memphis.
Who just beat Houston to win the conference tournament.
Memphis, but Memphis has also almost beat Houston before. So that's for both of them. If I'm Memphis, I'm mad too. I'm like, really? That's who we drew? Is that?
Look, those guys on the broadcast yesterday, like Memphis, Jay Wright.
Well, they just had an
Who
impressive.
was on
how
there?
could you
Jay
not?
Wright, Clark Kellogg, and
Seth Davis.
They like Memphis.
Well, how could you not? They won the conference. They beat Houston doing so. Duke, a 5 seed, who, despite winning their conference title, they're on a heater. They've won like 9 straight games. They play Oral Roberts, which is a popular 12-5 upset pick. Oral Roberts scores a lot of points.
I love Oral Roberts.
Max Amos is one of the top scorers in the country.
Duke's
Oral
got
Roberts.
Jeremy Roach going again.
He looks good right
I'm
now.
telling you, Duke,
Filipowski is a problem.
Yeah.
how about Duke being a 5 seed and everyone knows right now, like, whoa, that's a good team.
Well,
They're pretty good.
They
I
played,
watched
well,
them
they
against
played
Virginia.
very, very well down the stretch, and they won the conference
Especially
tournament.
defensively. I mean, they are that's where they hang their hat.
Yeah, they held
Yeah.
Virginia. Well, Virginia's not a great
They're
example
not
to
great,
say you held
but-
your hat again, but they held Virginia to 59-49 Saturday night. I watched it. Duke's good. I mean, they're
Yeah.
legit. They are a little offensively challenged, although maybe Virginia just plays really good defense.
They do. It's
A little bit of both.
That's their staple. They're
That's
known
what they-
for defense. Tony Bennett's a defensive coach.
Yes, he's never going to be like
Speaking of,
Bennett just scored 99. That didn't-
speaking of, did you have somewhere you got to go here?
No.
Oh,
Guess I'm in the
speaking
bracket
of,
here?
no, Jake was making fun of me Saturday night because I was watching.
Movies?
watching-
No, he watching some tiny tournament.
I was watching
Right.
Iona play.
Yeah.
That's Patino's team. Now they didn't get the draw that I would have hoped. They got a tough draw, but I like them as an upset team. Iona, I don't know.
I haven't watched.
You'd have to
I'm a
watch.
huge
You have to
Patino
see him to
fan.
believe him.
It's
Yeah.
a Patino.
They
team.
play full court press defense all game long, all
No,
game
yeah.
long, and they're good. And they have, and it's Patino.
Yeah.
He has dudes. They're surprisingly good. They would be a headache for just about anybody, but their draw. They didn't get the draw that I was hoping for. They got UConn.
Oh, that's a winnable game.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
I'm not saying they're going to win. That should be a tight game. Iona has a very good chance to win that.
Okay. I would look at them if you're looking for upset teams. I watched the MAAC championship game from start to finish.
Which is something in its own.
Well, it's Patino, and it was interesting. I was just sort of flabbergasted how good Iona is. Now, they would probably get VCU in the second round if they win, and VCU's really talented. This tournament's a bear. And
Can I read a text that you sent the group here?
Yeah.
Regarding this, because this is at 8:35 on Saturday night. You know, I'm living my life. Bill's probably doing his own thing, doing something fun.
I know what he was doing.
8:35 p.m.
Yeah.
You said with 3:04 left in the MAAC championship game, something incredible happened.
Oh, yeah,
Like
Bill
he's writing a
needs to hear
story
this,
here.
Yeah.
Iona sharpshooter Dennis Jenkins
It's Dennis, yeah.
hit a 3 from the wing/corner, and the net whipped up on the rim and stuck. It was beautiful.
It had long net. They were playing with long
That
nets.
was worthy
So
of a text.
someone got the old
The
nets.
net
How
went
about,
up.
how about the equipment guy got the wrong grabbed the 1988 nets out of
They
it.
they went to a commercial. I don't know what happened. Somebody just probably jumped up and
They
pulled
got
out,
it.
but it went up. I was
Oh.
looking. I was watching closely because
That's incredible.
It was almost happening a lot. It was almost happening, and then it happened. I mean, the Nets were
Because you don't see that
usually.
ever happen.
Uh-huh.
Just don't see it. That all went part of net history that I brought up
Yeah,
a week ago.
a week ago.
Very
Yes,
important.
Yes.
Yeah, the Nets were long wherever that game was. Yeah,
The
I was-
MAAC.
Yes.
But you were watching start to finish the
Pretty much start to
MAAC.
finish, yeah.
Why were you locked in on that game?
Because of
particularly?
Iona. I was interested in Iona. First of all, I was interested in what Patino's team looked like. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna see what Patino's team looks like. And then I was like, oh God, they're good. This is a good team. And wait till you see them. They're long, super athletic, and I'm interested in teams that play a full court defense all game long. They pick up full court. It would be such a pain.
Well, Patino is going to be talked about for several jobs. I mean, St. John's fires Mike Anderson. He could be going there possibly.
Well, he should have a lot of picks.
There's several schools that say, oh, he's our top option right now.
Because
Is
look
that
what
a-
he's done.
Is that a huge step up right now to be like going, I just got the St. John's job.
I don't think so.
St. John's,
it's a bigger
they were good with
conference.
Mullins. Yeah, that's in the 80s. I mean, so I don't see that as being like this is a unbelievable step
What
up.
about is he getting mentioned at Georgetown?
Yes,
Where else?
St. John's. And there's a couple other places open up that are talking about. I think Texas Tech looked at Rick Pitino.
Is that
too.
right?
Yeah,
I
I was
almost-
mentioned there.
Iona's 27-7. They lost 3 games in the conference. I mean, I think they wanted to. I think they could have. I think they had the type of team where they thought they should have had a better season. I was startled watching them. They would do just fine in the Big Ten. I'm not saying they'd win it, but they would do just fine. They have that kind of talent.
Well, they had a great record this year.
27.
When you start watching those games,
27-7.
it's remarkable. I'm sitting there with because my middle child had her wisdom teeth out, so I was taking care of her. I handled the parenting this weekend.
Uh-huh.
Wow, way to
My
go,
wife-
Bill. Way to go.
So I handled all the parenting, and so obviously her boyfriend's there. So we watched a lot of hoops.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
remember
you were
I
watching.
looked at him one time and I just said, isn't it incredible how good these teams are?
Yeah.
I mean,
VCU.
because all I really watched was I'd watch some basketball. I watched Big Ten. I watched Big Ten. When you start watching other schools, like wow.
I know.
All of a
I'm
sudden
with
we're watching Cal State Santa Barbara play, and we're
good.
watching these other teams play. And I'm like Utah State. I mean, it's
Oh,
like
yeah. They're
it's
good.
like, whoa.
VCU was
Yeah.
a team that caught my eye too.
Yeah.
God, they're loaded
Marquette,
up.
obviously, they're a 2 seed or whatever there, but
VCU is very good in March
Yeah.
typically. Now Shaka Smart back in there, but
Yeah.
that school performs well in March.
Yeah, and I'm with Bill. I watch these games and I'm always a little blown away. Like,
it's like whoa.
We have not really mentioned the Big Ten teams in terms of who they are playing in the first round.
do it.
Maryland, an 8 seed, plays West Virginia, who
Tough draw.
Bill pointed out forever had a terrible record in conference play,
Yeah.
but they're still in the dance.
Yeah.
As a 9, comfortably as a 9 seed.
Comfortably as a 9 seed. I think Huggy Bear just pressured him into it.
Say, come
I
on.
think he's
Come
like,
on.
I think he's like eventually
Huggy Bear.
if I ever see any of you people.
Sucky Bear have pole.
Yeah.
So that's the only Big Ten team in the South. In the East bracket, Purdue, of course, the 1 seed. They like their draw. If they win the first game, they'll play the winner of Memphis and Florida Atlantic.
Ooh.
So that's kind of their draw. And then also in that side, you have Michigan State is the 7 seed. They play USC in the opening round, 7-10 matchup there.
Not a bad draw
SC
for them.
You really?
No.
Disagree. SC will beat them.
25th straight dance for Izzo. 25th
Yeah.
straight.
Two-
That's incredible.
To the Midwest, Iowa, an 8 seed against 9 seed Auburn.
Okay, that's a Jake. You should be happy. You should be happy.
Is this-
Because they are
I'm
not,
not-
Iowa's not getting by Auburn.
Okay, so now
It's
you're saying,
over.
no, okay, now you're saying I'm not an Iowa fan. Good, thank you. That's correct. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, they're not getting by Auburn.
I would have
Auburn
to,
plays
I'd
good
have to go
defense.
with Sipple on that.
Auburn
one.
had a really good start to the year. They finished poorly.
They play
This year.
defense. They play really good defense. They're not great. And don't get me wrong. And it seemed like those guys on the broadcast, Seth Davis, Clark Kellogg,
Seemed like they're more pro Iowa.
they seemed like they're pro Iowa.
Because
Pro
Iowa
Iowa.
can make shots. I mean, they're a high scoring team. That's why
Yeah.
they're a high scoring team. When they get hot, they're a problem. But
I
I don't
don't-
like them.
Yeah,
So
when-
when a
I'm not
team gets-
supporting them then.
So when a team gets really hot, they're a problem. So they're
Well,
making all the
but
shots.
Iowa can get hot.
Okay. So make sure-
Iowa-
I'm just writing some notes down here. I wanna
Iowa
make
is
sure
a top
as I'm
10
watching
scorer.
the tournament. I want to make sure I
You
have
hear-
it.
are your earphones okay?
Mine are, yeah, they're scratchy right now.
Just wanna make
They're
sure-
scratchy this
So
morning.
everyone listening out there understand if a team gets hot,
Okay,
starts
it's-
making
it's-
all their
this
shots,
thing's not working
they're going to be a
properly.
problem.
This-
If they miss all their shots,
But
not as much
Some
of a
teams
problem.
are prone to making more shots than other teams are, and Iowa's a high scoring
I
team.
love Auburn in that game, and I probably I'm
You
sorry,
Let's kiss it, Dad.
yeah,
yeah.
I love Auburn.
Congrats to Iowa moving
Yeah.
on. Yeah, already. Indiana, the 4 seed, playing 13 seed Kent State out of the
Kent State's on a heater.
They are. They won
They
the
are.
conference title.
I'm telling you,
Hey,
that-
28-6.
that
the
will
Golden
be
Flashes.
much more interesting than what
You
people
think so?
Take
Yeah.
the Golden
Now, the one
Flashes.
thing I would
Yeah.
say about that, I agree with you on the talent. When I watch the MAC, though, I think I'm watching a level down. So I don't.
I think they're a level down from like the Mountain West. The Mountain West,
Yeah.
they got 4 teams in, but I agree with that. But the Flashes, buckle up.
That's gonna be a great game. We mentioned Penn State playing A&M in the 7-10 game. in
Goodbye,
the
Penn
Midwest.
State. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
And in the West, in terms of Big Ten teams, Illinois, the 9 seed, playing 8 seed Arkansas.
Goodbye, Illinois.
Yeah, that's bad. For
They
them.
thought that
Goodbye,
Arkansas could beat Kansas in the next round.
Yeah.
That was what Jay Wright said, I
right.
believe, in the broadcast.
Jay Wright also picked Kansas to win it all.
No, it must have been Seth Davis.
Yeah, it must have been Seth.
So I don't think that Jay Wright would say
Right.
at one point they can lose round
Well,
2 and win it all. I
he
don't
could
think
say
would.
that it would be a tough matchup, and Kansas will get by. Now, I know what you're gonna jump on me for this, but Kansas doesn't look like a 1 seed to me. They don't.
Who belonged to that spot?
Where you see Kansas, they
They're
don't
not as good
look.
as last year.
How many times is Kansas? They did a miraculous job, but eventually catch up with you. Where they're down like 22, and they win the game.
They've been a good comeback.
They've
team.
been a great comeback team. So if that happens in this, you
They-
can't live that life.
They had a ton of quad 1 wins this year, like 15 quad
Yeah.
1 wins. So they're
That's impressive.
it's really
No,
good.
they were good.
Some people thought maybe in that region that UCLA could have been the 1 seed.
Yeah.
They were 29-5, and they were the 2 seed
I
in
wonder
the
if-
same side of the
They
bracket.
did you watch the Arizona game?
Watch the whole thing.
Did that cost them the 1 seed?
I don't know. I didn't. I don't think losing on a last second shot basically in the championship game once again should be the one that
They're both
teeters
2
it.
seeds. Arizona's also a 2
Yeah.
seed.
Hmm.
So they're the 2
that-
seed in the South.
But UCLA outplayed them all game.
Yeah.
I mean, it
They
was like
lost.
all of a sudden it's like whoa, and they hit a miracle shot and it just worked out for them.
Keep going.
The last one in the Big Ten is Northwestern, 7 seed, playing Boise State. That's in Sacramento for that game.
I like if I, was
I like
on
the
Thursday.
Wildcats.
you like Northwestern got a 7 seed.
7 seed.
So can you say that? I mean, if as I was sizing up the bracket last night, 2 teams that you look at as fairly lower seeded teams that could make a run upset, and Northwestern and Ione. I like Northwestern. They're big, but they got Bowie. They got a big front line. They play smart and they have a good guard outside. I like Northwestern to make a run.
Here's their problem. They'd play UCLA round 2.
That's the problem.
And UCLA
Yeah,
is a
they'll run-
very good
They'll
team.
win one.
That'd be. Ooh.
There goes the run up.
I
It's
think
tough.
so.
Yeah.
You saw UCLA.
love that.
Northwestern.
I love them making a run. What about the second round? Oh,
They play UCLA.
a run to me is
one game.
one game. It's not a
Two.
run. We're on
And
a
they beat
heater.
UCLA.
I'm sure they can, but they won't.
Anything could happen, as Jake said, because if you get really hot and make all your shots,
Get hot. Watch out.
I've seen UCLA. They're freaky good. You know, who they got? They got the beer.
Mick
Jaquez.
Cronin is the head coach.
Well, they
yeah,
got
Jaquez.
Jaquez. And
That's
they got
the-
the little
the
guard
UC
from Des Moines.
the
They got the little guard
UCLA
from Des Moines, Tiger Campbell.
Tiger.
Yeah, his name is Tiger.
I didn't know
Point
that.
guard. Yeah.
they had an interesting, almost
Hey, come on.
like Shire, John Shire, right? Head coach for Duke.
Duke's
Yeah.
head coach. Yeah.
He basically wore a T-shirt to coach in. He had a T-shirt on.
He did.
Coaches are doing
and
that.
so yes, it's all COVID. It changed everything.
It did.
It used to be all well. Cronin at UCLA makes everyone wear coat and tie on so they they're just miserable on the bench like that. There's some leather shoes and just miserable.
Must be miserable.
And he's in a full 3-piece suit.
It's interesting to me the dudes who dress up like the Alabama coach.
Nate Oates.
He wears a sport coat all the time.
Jay
And-
Wright always dressed up for Villanova.
Jay
Now on
Wright,
the broadcast,
yeah,
but he was a great,
But
well
that was
dressed
all
man.
you get.
Patino looks like an attorney on the sideline.
does.
He does.
It's
He's like he's
awesome.
going to court. He
Yeah.
might be going to court after the game.
He's had some situations. Hey, dress.
He's
I
always
got court
dressed
after
for
the
dress.
game.
He's always dressed for
dress
court.
appropriately. It's a classic deal. You can never be overdressed, right?
Right.
But you can be underdressed.
Right. I
so-
kind of like that, and I know I dress poor. You're going to say that, but I like that coaches who dress up. I think it looks good.
Yeah, I like the sport coat, the 3-piece suits. A little imagine all of a sudden, like, honey, grab my vest. I
Cronin.
just check it out.
He might have got that job.
Now,
And said, I'm
now, if you
coaching
want
in
to see it,
Pauley
just- if
Pavilion.
you want to see a good sport coat, go to Simple's profile picture. He's leaning forward,
Big collar.
big collar.
Oh, so many
20
people
years
are
ago.
commenting on that now.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
come
lean
on.
forward's the best. Just that lean in.
I did lean into
You
it.
did.
I think they told me to. They told me to.
Like this.
We We had to go to a back room at the Journal Star and sit on a stool, and they put a backdrop up, and they did say like, okay, you got to turn this way a little bit
and lean in.
Yeah, so it was professionally.
I just like to know, where do you think you bought the shirt at?
Where
do you think? Where'd you go?
I think it.
Were you at TJ Maxx?
No, I think it was a hand-me-down from my older brother from about 1996.
Oh, it's classic. It's good stuff.
It was Martin's shirt.
It looks it looked good back then.
Big well, maybe 17 years ago. That
big collar.
Yeah. All right, good job. That was a good conversation,
that's
guys.
our breakdown of the bracket. We haven't
breakdown.
given you a winner because we're not going to until maybe Wednesday or Thursday.
Oh, we don't need to do
Bill
that.
won't. We can do it though.
Oh, I can still. I'll give you a couple shout outs.
Yeah, we don't need
I'm
to
not
do
throwing
it
the
right
bracket
now.
out.
And we are not experts in any way, shape, or form.
If you look at my bracket every year, I'm pretty much dead last of everybody. Like, I'm not talking just I'm talking like the listeners, because I just take crazy upsets and they never happen. There's upsets, and they're the ones I don't pick.
I hope people understand and they don't listen to this show and make their picks accordingly.
Oh, please never take my ever tournament advice. It's never right.
Now, I will say I was oddly interested in Iona, and I can tell you with authority they're really good, and they might make a little run, but I don't like their draw. I was disappointed.
UConn's a winnable.
See, I don't know as much about UConn.
Well, they won 14 in a row, lost a bunch of games, then won a bunch later.
Correct. Yeah,
they were just like this.
If you're Iona, okay, if you get past UConn, you play the winner of St. Mary's and VCU.
Right.
That's not that scary.
No, it's not. Because they can match. See, here's the thing about Iona: they can match a team's athleticism, any team's athleticism. I'm telling you, their forwards are high flyers, and they guard all game long. It's 40 minutes of hell.
Arkansas.
Who was that guy?
Nolan
Richardson.
Good job, Jake.
Yeah,
that was back when.
Good job. You always pull names. Jake's good at pulling names.
And Clinton was in the office right during the time, so he'd like go back to the games, didn't he?
He'd go. Yeah, I think he would watch the games. Yeah, that was the 90s.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was good times.
He had wore checkered pants too.
Yes, checkered pants are out. Unbelievable. Yeah.
Never saw the checkered pants.
They're unbelievable.
When we come back, Nebraska is not playing in the postseason. I want your guys' thoughts on that. 464-5685 next. Early break in the ticket.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy St. Patrick's Day. We encourage those who go out to make smart decisions behind the wheel accordingly to have someone lined up for a safe ride home. This important message comes to you from Bart, Mike, and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. On the air, they care.
Hi, Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and it is truck month at Koppel, and we are organic starting to fill. We have some great deals for you waiting in Lewis and GMC Sierra light duty and new Silverado light duty trucks. All trim levels have up to $4,000 in discounts. That's right, up to $4,000 off all new light duty trucks right now at Koppel. So do not wait. Now is the time to buy a new truck. So stop on in or visit us online at koppelcars.com. You must have a trade-in and finance with Koppel. All deals with approved credit.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10:30 or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We support farmers, ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and help them farm today, solutions for every field.
This is Megan Whitaker from the Nebraska golf team. If you put your clubs away for the winter, it's time to get them back out. There's no need to stop thanks to Double Eagle Golf. Double Eagle is home to Lincoln's best indoor golf simulators. It's perfect for every level of golfer, with everything from casual games for the kids to hyper-realistic simulations of some of the best courses in the world. And the best part, no matter what the weather's doing outside, it's always golf weather inside. See for yourself. Double Eagle Golf, just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you are a loved one or struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you. Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
This is Sam Greasel from the Nebraska men's basketball team. I'm here to tell you about my favorite men's store in Nebraska, and that's Gary Michaels Clothiers in Lincoln. When I went off to college, I purchased my suit from them and another when I attended Big Ten Media Day. Their fashion sense, clothing knowledge, and tailoring is unparalleled. Simply said, no one does it better than Gary Michaels Clothiers, located in Village Gardens, 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
It's Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Apologies to those trying to listen on the stream. It's down, but you can watch this right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, or if you're in the area, listen on the FM.
Twitch is really good.
Twitch, solid, yeah. I bet you've never been on Twitch in your entire life, Bill.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I haven't either, actually.
No, I'm not. Josh, you been on Twitch?
Yeah,
No.
none of us four have been on
Josh,
Twitch.
you on-
I know you have not been on Twitch.
No. Josh, are you on Tinder?
Wow. That's
Okay.
a
You
personal
know, he said
question.
he gave a little bit
Yeah,
of,
yeah,
once
well,
in a
just
while,
personal
kind
question.
of.
Well, let's try to promote him a little bit. Yeah, exactly. See, Josh is all for it.
He did a great job on the call. It was Johnson Brock and North Platte St. Pat's.
Yeah.
I was driving around Saturday
Good job,
morning.
Josh.
Yeah.
Way to go.
It was good. Yeah, I don't know how you did it. Early morning game, two teams you know nothing about, but somehow you
That's
did
what it's
it.
called, research. You research them. You can know something about them.
And
It's
if one
fun.
of those teams are making all their shots, it'd be
It's hard to
tough
stop
to
them,
deal
Bill.
with.
Hard to stop them,
Tough-
isn't it?
It's tough to deal with.
It's hard to stop them.
Thanks for that insight,
yeah,
Jake.
that's what I'm here for, guys. I gave you wonderful
Like the good
insight
teams.
Like that.
Yeah, like the good teams do. Take their shots. Yeah, like they're supposed to.
Now, we
Go.
We went through the
Yes.
bracket, the NCAA bracket. Now, the NIT, which we talked at length with John Templon last week.
Yes.
We had our own conversation throughout the week about the NIT. Nebraska is not in the NIT. They will not play in the postseason. They are officially done at 16-16 on the year. The one seeds in the NIT. And okay, explain what happened. What happened during the selection show?
What happened?
This is classic. This is awesome.
The seeds got mixed up or something.
This is awesome.
This is from John Templon. Can you give me a second?
Yes, please. Yeah, our friend John Templon at NY Buckets on Twitter.
So when they released the brackets, they were all jacked up. So on the show, they released them as all jacked up. What was it? The 2 and 3 seeds? What was it?
Yeah, they mixed up the 2 and 3 seeds on the initial reveal. So then they went back and they flipped the 2 and 3. They flipped the 2 and 3 seeds. Now that would be a major national disaster if that happened in the NCAA tournament.
Well, they had some mistakes in the tournament.
It'd be better if someone got put in the tournament that wasn't. That'd be unreal.
Actually, that's our bad.
That's our bad.
We didn't
You're
make
not
the
in.
dance.
My bad. My bad. My
You're
bad.
not in.
My bad.
This is not a sick joke. We messed up. You are not in.
They show him going crazy, and all of a sudden they're like, "Yeah, no, that's not happening."
No.
That'd be for the ages.
No, they.
Where was the one when they announced
made an error.
the winner of the Miss America?
Oh yeah,
But they had to announce the wrong one.
It's like folks.
Was it
Pause.
Steve Harvey? Steve Harvey.
It was Steve
announced
Harvey.
the wrong winner. Hold it. Excuse me.
He thought he was joking.
Imagine if you won it.
So he made an error.
We made an error.
That's incredible. We played. Oh, that was amazing.
Harvey
that
survived
next day.
that quite
He
well.
did survive it.
Yes.
He did
All right,
survive.
NIT. Nebraska did not make, which surprises me. I don't
But
think.
look at some of these seeds. I mean, Florida is a 4 seed, and they have the same record as Nebraska. I don't know if I can't imagine they have that many more quad 1 wins than Nebraska does.
Florida
16-16.
Yes,
16-16.
The thing that the NIT always does is illustrate how tough it is to get in the NCAA because there's some good teams in the NIT. I mean, Florida's a good program. Wisconsin's a good program that makes the NCAA almost all the time. They're a 2 seed. Oregon is an NIT team this year. Good program. Oklahoma State is a 1. Rutgers got a 1 seed. They did get a 1 seed. They'll play Hofstra in the first round. Peichel had the proper reaction when he was asked if they would decline, and he said absolutely not. This is a big moment for his 2 seniors. They'll probably get to play one more home game. So they get a home game as a 1 seed, Jake?
Yes, they should be.
That game against Hofstra's at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're a 1 seed. What are you looking up there? Clemson's a 1 seed. Clemson was a first 4 out team. Michigan gets in as a 3 seed.
Here's a real question. How many seconds of action are you going to watch the NIT over these next
I will watch anytime Utah Valley's playing.
Okay.
So I got them. They got New Mexico.
So don't call you during Utah Valley.
Do not
leave
call me.
Bill alone
Leave
during
me
Utah Valley.
That'll be watched. I'll be on
Jake,
ESPN Plus for that.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it.
I always watched the finals when it was in, but honestly, probably 68% of it was because it was in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
So now just going to Vegas and they're at the Orleans. Is that where it's at? That
Orleans Arena.
Orleans Arena.
That's right.
Which was interesting
Good
because
research.
there was 5 conference championships tournaments in Vegas. 5. Wow. And there's a lot going on. There's games going on simultaneously. I was talking to my daughter's boyfriend about like right now it's like we could take off like the game's over and just be sprinting down the strip to try to get to the last quarter of the other game. So that would be a great time to go to Vegas when they're thinking about that. You're watching all these games and there's 5 games going on. They're set up in casinos. It's unbelievable.
That's awesome.
Is that right?
Yeah. So a couple more. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Those
Also,
games are in casinos?
yeah. They have the slot machines right out back. You're having a cocktail, smoking cigarettes, and then watching some hoops. Be outstanding.
Utah Valley, by the way, Bill, plays
Yes.
at 9 p.m.
Yeah, it's gonna be a late one for me. So it's gonna be
Wednesday night's gonna be a late one for Bill.
Late one for me. So
Late for Bill.
Where they play?
They play New Mexico.
Yeah, that's a real one.
It's gonna be
That's
a real late night
one
for Bill.
Yeah.
He's gonna be up.
Yeah.
He's gonna be tired next
Yes.
morning.
Steve Peichel, back to Rutgers.
Pounding nails, as
Yeah.
John Routhy would say.
Pounding nails.
Pounding nails.
He said, yes, absolutely, we're going to play. We're going to try to continue playing. I want Caleb McConnell and Paul Mulcahy to play as many games as possible. I don't want this season to end. This group has been great and has done a lot of great things for us. Having maybe an opportunity to play a home game here for those guys would be very important. I think an appropriate way to end the season. I'm not apologizing for postseason play here at Rutgers. Obviously, our goal at the beginning of the year is the NCAA tournament, but we'll shift quickly. That's the approach.
So they're playing, unlike North Carolina, who's opted to not play. Which again, let's go back to last week real quick, Bill. Let's rewind.
I can't.
Let's rewind.
Something's wrong with my.
No, your headphones are
earphones.
just fine.
Yeah.
I can't
simply
hear anything.
brought up the conversation
let's see
that
what Hubert
Carolina
said.
loses in the ACC
Let's see what
tournament.
Hubert said. You did it on our group.
They're
text.
out of the dance.
Here it is. I'll read what
And there was an idea that they might opt to not play in the NIT, which I got yelled at.
Oh, would you
by
quit
you.
playing this
And
victim?
Yeah, you did.
And you
God.
shouldn't have.
Thank
You were just
I'm
reporting
sorry,
back.
Jakey. I'm sorry,
okay.
little
Here we
guy.
go.
I'm sorry,
You hear
little
this? Did you
guy.
hear this?
I'm sorry, little guy.
Jake's not
Here's
little.
what Hubert said.
I
Hubert
simply
Davis.
reported the news. And it
Here's
got
what
back.
Hubert Davis
got
said.
fired at.
I'm sorry, Jacob. Statement by
over there. I'm
Hubert.
coming over
Davis.
there.
Yeah, good luck with
Throw,
that.
I'd love to see a
coming
throw,
over
You
there.
throwing hands?
We see a throw punch. That'd be awesome.
On the video
Throw
stream.
hands.
Hubert Davis statement. All season, our focus and I couldn't get through this. All
Choked up?
season, our focus and goal. All season, our focus and goal have been on being the best team we can possibly become and reaching our full potential to give us another opportunity to compete, play for, and win an NCAA championship. Although we no longer have the opportunity and this season wasn't what we had hoped for, I want to thank our players and staff. Many factors go into postseason play. This is the part that got me. Many factors go into postseason play, and we believe now is the time to focus on moving ahead, preparing for next season, and the opportunity to again compete for ACC and NCAA championships. Now is the time to focus on moving ahead and preparing for
How about the
next
part where he
season.
says that here's the part that jumps out at me. The first part was when he said, he goes, our goal is to be better as a team. Then when you want to play basketball,
I guess
to be better. If our goal is to be, there's probably somebody on that roster that probably could use a few more game reps.
Yeah, and we're going to start preparing for next season right now. Like, what are you doing?
We do, yeah, we haven't like
What do you
What do you do right now compared to NIT? What's the difference?
Now we're gonna get in the weight room tomorrow.
Yeah, Hubert.
Yeah, I like the ones that
That's it though. North Carolina
that
was the only one.
opt out. There was thought that
Yeah.
maybe Michigan might, but they did not.
Yeah,
opt.
Michigan
They're
opted
playing.
in.
They're in, and
That's a young team, so you'd think Michigan. I mean, I
It's
don't.
a 3 seed, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just want to play.
Yeah.
You just want to play. That's how you get better. That's how you
like
get.
the good teams do.
I tell you what's interesting with that is the run last year by North Carolina, because it's always in the world of football and myself that the brutal losses are so crushing that they really somewhat overweigh the great wins. It's just hard.
Ah.
So my question is the run last year and then the total demise this year. How are they being viewed at North Carolina? How's he being viewed right now? Because like last year it was like it was like we got our guy, everything's perfect. We're in
now,
and also it was the biggest lead lost ever in the finals. North Carolina had the biggest
They had a big lead.
It's the biggest one they ever got overcome
against Kansas.
Kansas.
What was it?
I don't know, but Kansas has the
It
record.
was big early.
So what they
North
came
Carolina
back from.
got up.
So they're right there to win a championship, and then so they'll be interesting when you go from year one. If you ever want to be not great, have it be in year one. They don't. That doesn't go well to go to trend the other way real fast.
Yeah, it was a 16-point deficit.
16.
Kansas was
16
down
points.
16.
38-22 near the end of the first half.
Yeah.
38-22 they overcame.
Now,
that.
here's the deal. How's the North Carolina fans reacting to this? My guess is they're supportive of Hubert Davis on this decision. Haughty fan base, blue blood.
You're not supportive of it.
I've made that very clear.
Yeah, very clear.
Very,
very clear.
But I think.
Extremely clear.
Are you upset?
Nope, not upset at all.
But anyway, just
Fine.
interesting. I would imagine their fan base is probably,
Do you think?
Yeah, I don't think they're
probably fine not playing.
Yeah,
the NIT.
I don't think they're all worked up. About not
I
playing
doubt
it.
it
Yeah,
at all.
they're not like this is crap.
They're like, this season's over. Let's move on.
Let's
that
move
was a
on.
disaster. And next
They're
year
probably-
something.
So the NIT is what you're saying is beneath North Carolina.
From what they were last year, yes, absolutely. They were the preseason #1 team. They had 47 of the 62 first place votes in the preseason poll.
NIT's beneath North Carolina.
At least this year, yeah.
Oh, and then the double kick right to the gut is that Duke won the ACC tournament.
Yeah, there's a double kick.
Yeah, all of a sudden they weren't very. They were
struggling.
They were struggling, and all of a sudden they just took off at the end of the season.
They did.
So, yeah, like they're supposed to.
Well, there's your NIT bracket. Nebraska not in. Michigan is playing. Carolina opted out.
I'm sorry about Nebraska.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's like with all the positives they had of beating Iowa on the road, and then you just lose to Minnesota. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate rug pull from beneath
The
you.
Michigan State loss hurt them probably.
That did, but then you rebounded against Iowa.
Yeah, they rebounded really well.
Minnesota got two. They said that's clearly what took Rutgers out.
Took Rutgers out too.
Yeah,
They
Minnesota got
took
two.
them out.
Yeah, took them out.
Minnesota got two.
Who's laughing now? Minnesota is. Song of the day and a new segment, Bill's Thrills, is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. Strong teacher makes it job. Off health vision and dental insurance, assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better culture at Gaina Trucking. By today at GainaTrucking.com.
It seems like just the other day, I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, we hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done over the years.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is under new management, but has the same great service as before. If your current garage door seems outdated or isn't working properly, call their new number at 402-480-2840 to schedule service or get a new door ordered. Steve's can repair most types and can always point you in the job done. Give Steve's Garage Doors and Services a call today at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840. Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like getting new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best we can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. We're on the brink of spring cleanups for all of our existing customers and have limited spots left. We trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give us a call today at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of our designers and get ready for Tailored Life's grand opening in Bennett.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs installers to build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a
No,
big tough?
never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
he stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Took my family away from my Carolina home. Had dreams about the West and started to roam. 6 long months on a dust-covered trail. They say heaven's at the end, but so far it's been hell. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, rolling them hills, and it's waiting for me there.
Song of the day, Fire on the Mountain by Marshall Tucker Band from 1975. 464-56851 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
Go float free like the whiskey and the bar. Sinning was the big thing, Lord, and Satan was star. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there.
Once again, your Song of the Day, Fire on the Mountain by Marshall Tucker Band from 1975. 464-56851 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
Great choice. Creativity through the roof. Song's good. I'd give it an 8.5. Now, you know their best song, Jake.
Well, there's Can't You See?
Yeah, that's a good one. But what's the best one?
Heard It in a Love Song.
Yeah.
Heard It in a Love. We love that song.
That's a great
Heard It in a
song.
Love Song is incredible.
Yeah, I heard it Saturday morning. I thought I should listen to this song every
So
single
good.
day.
It's
every
so
single
good.
day. Heard
So
it in a
good.
love song. But that's a good one. 8.5. Fire on the Mountain. Did it take you anywhere, Bill?
Yeah. Did you close your eyes, Bill? I
My
couldn't tell.
eyes were always.
He was getting ready for a segment.
Yeah, I was. My eyes were closed. I'll give it a Jake on the band, Marshall Tucker Band. That's outstanding. If you listed their top 10 songs, this would be like 14.
Wow.
Yeah, I love Marshall Tucker Band.
I'd say top 5.
I think it's in the top 5.
I'm gonna say it's a 4.8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
4.8. Doesn't.
Jeez,
I would.
Bill.
Pretty good chance I change the channel on that one, and I'm a fan of the band. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think we're.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That guitar riff at the end got me. It went from an 8 to an 8.5. Thank you.
You're welcome. Some ratings quickly, then we'll move on to the segment. Harper's dad, 3. Harper's asleep because it's spring break.
Oh, it's spring break.
Leroy,
Nice.
8.5. Sean in Omaha, 8.1. 10. Got a 2. James and Lincoln, a 9. Matt and South Lincoln, a 7. So there's some samples today. All right, it is time. That's it. Well, the stream is down, so we don't have as many textures. You know, the stream's down. Okay,
Stream's down.
we have
Yeah,
a new
stream's down.
we have a new segment that's going to happen every day on the station, and Bill's going to change up the topic every day, but it's called Bill's Thrills. It's sponsored by our friends at Mid Plains Advisors, Dirk, Scott, and Ty. And Bill, what is your first topic today on Bill's Thrills?
Well, just to get a little rundown, it's going to be on every Monday. We're going to have football facts. Every Tuesday is going to be bugaboos. Wednesday will be wild card. Thursday is going to be cool parenting tips, and on Fridays is going to be movie lines.
Ooh,
So
wow.
that's where we're going to go down with that.
Organized.
So, also, like that, those with Midwest helping us out with this. Boy, if you want to make bails of money, that's the guys to get a hold of. They got
Mid Plains Advisors.
Yeah,
Mid Plains Advisors.
A lot of cash can come your way real fast with those guys. So today's history for us right there, a little bit of history. This one, we're going to talk coaches. A coach you should know, and that coach is Chris Ault, University of Nevada. Coach for 20-something years there. He is decorated as basically the mentor or the inventor of the pistol offense.
Ooh,
and
there it is.
And so the pistol offense. Now, the original inventor of this, like that, which we'll get credit to, is like this Michael Taylor, and he was a high school, and he is from California, from Mill Valley, and he invented the pistol in his mind while playing slow pitch softball and wrote it down on a Denny's napkin. And then Chris Ault took it from that to create it to the point where
the pistol.
So the pistol it's shotgun with the running back lined up right behind you. And so it's a different way to do some things and get more downhill with your running back. Here's what you need to understand about the pistol. Okay. If you see the pistol, that's a formation. That's not an offense. Okay.
Okay.
Chris Ault ran the offense, which means it was option based. It was midline. And so with the midline, what they basically did was like a one-back option, and they just took the pitch man and they put him out in the slot. So you had to account for him. So it was the same offense in some fashions, and that's where Colin Kaepernick was so good.
Oh yeah.
In his last
Lincoln with
he played in those last 5 years. Okay, rushing. Here's what they were:
Nevada,
4th, 1st, 3rd, 8th, and 7th. That's what they were rushing, and that all took off from the pistol. and they created 11-on-11 football. But they'd run midline with the bluff with the tight end coming. It was extremely difficult to defend. In 2009, they averaged 7.4 per carry.
Wow. Oh my
7.4 per carry.
Was that Kaepernick?
What's that? Kaepernick would have been there at that time. This resonates with me because played against him, so I had to defend him. Should have beat him at Utah State in our first year. We got the onside kick. We got beat by 3, I think it was. Next year, they're pretty dominant. That's the year that they were unreal. That was 2009. That year was a year that we came back really good in the end, but still lost to them.
You were at
Utah State,
and you were coaching
defensive coordinator.
Oh, you were the coordinator.
So I had to go against this offense every year. So then the third year, they were really, really good again, and we changed the whole defense. I put in what we called Pack, which is a whole different defense, which is 11-on-11, and we were able to we played them on the day after on Thanksgiving, Saturday after Thanksgiving, and if we win one of the 2 next games, we had that one in December, whatever, or in December against New Mexico State. One of the 2 games we go to a bowl game, and we upset Nevada against so that was a big win for us, huge win for the program.
Chris Alt is the subject,
but here's the thing that's cool about it.
Football
is
Chris
that,
Alt.
and I got this story from Johnny O, who played. So he's at Sac State, right, and they're going to play at home. They're playing Nevada during warmups. Nevada doesn't show up. They're not there for warmups. They had gotten beat because Chris Alt is a badass. They had gotten beat 38-0 the game before by La Tech. So they went down to their practice field right below the stadium and went full live scrimmage for 20 minutes. That was their warm up
before
the game. Ones on ones.
He was pissed.
Ones on ones. So Johnny O's there goes, they're not there. No one's warming up. Where's Nevada? So someone finally figures out they're down below and they're going full live scrimmage.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
So just the fact of what he's done. He also has been the last was he was with the Kansas City Chiefs as a consultant. So he's taken that to a whole different level. He's 76 years old, but playing against him, it was like, oh God. It was like when he looked across the field. Oh, Chris Alt. Oh, geez.
Really?
Oh yeah. He was a dude.
Really?
Yeah, he was a dude. They had great success there. Think about that. If somebody say pistol offense is Chris Alt. Imagine that
that would be nice to have your name attached
to something, and then have that kind of success. That's what got
incredible.
Colin Kaepernick into the NFL. They ran numerous plays of that offense in. John Harbaugh ran that in San Francisco. It still had those things to build, have that metrics in there.
That's almost like, I mean, rest in peace, Mike Leach, but Leach's name's so attached.
Absolutely,
sure. But Alt's attached to the pistol.
Exactly.
It's just Alt doesn't get as much notoriety as
you
Leach
don't get the same credit for.
No, but that's interesting.
Also, numerous times you'd say that people would. I remember UCLA did. They took the offensive line coach from Nevada to UCLA for the pistol, but they didn't run midline.
Okay? You got to help us with that.
So midline is you step directly.
Remember, no football.
You step directly back.
Did you know?
So you don't pivot. You step directly back, and the back is straight downhill.
Oh,
he's straight downhill.
Okay.
So so basically it looks just like the fullback dive in triple option.
That's midline.
That's midline. So it's a midline. It used to be sometimes on midline that anytime in triple option like that, you always step back to create a space. So he's straight downhill. That also put his eyes directly on the defensive end to see if he was crashing with what he was doing. And the pitch player, in essence, was lined up out here. So that's how they kept everyone. So they weren't an RPO throwing team. They could use all 11-on-11. So when you defended them, you had to play 11-on-11 football.
They about beat Nebraska when Kaepernick came in here, right?
But no, what I mean,
they wasn't.
It was a solid game, but no, they were in control.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But anyway, it was.
I was thinking Ball
but
State.
if you play
Ball State, that was 07. That was bad.
Dynamic. If you play a team that's that dynamic with the players they had, and then the ability they had to run the football, and they could do everything off of play, action, pass, all the different things like that. But it was a game-changing offense. Now, the demise of it, some people would run it. They'd line up in pistol, not run the midline. But in pass protection, when the back was lined up behind the quarterback, it was very difficult for him to get to block the blitzers, especially internally.
Yeah.
He had to step around the quarterback on drop back.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that went with it. But it was much more hard to defend with the 11-on-11, and also when the back was always in the dot. Remember, I told you about the success we had with a lesser talented team at Rutgers against Saquon Barkley. That's because we knew where he was at all the time. If they just would have put him back there and handed the ball to him just downhill, it wouldn't have been good. It wouldn't have been
What's
good.
the difference?
Because we were able to always know we could always chase from the side he was on, and we just tackled him every time. And so that we knew the quarterback was going to keep the ball every time. And so it's like, don't let that guy have the ball.
Okay.
So that was the
pistol
situation. So there's a little
Thank you. That was a good
facts.
Bill's Thrills.
Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Mid Plains Advisors. Dirk,
Chris
Scott,
Alt.
and Ty.
Oh, sorry, Jake.
That's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chris
What are
Alt
the
was
names?
our first topic.
What are the names of those guys?
Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors, sponsors of Bill's Thrills.
That was fascinating.
Tomorrow's what's
Tomorrow's bugaboos.
Bugaboos tomorrow.
Things that bother me.
I can't, I can't
Things that
wait
bother
for-
me. Yes.
Oh,
can't wait
God.
for that.
Yeah.
Things that bother me. Yeah, buckle up.
What
Yeah.
grinds my gears.
Yes.
Top of the hour next. Early break in the ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Sam Greasel from the Nebraska men's basketball team. I'm here to tell you about my favorite men's store in Lincoln. When I went off to college, I purchased my suit from them and another when I attended Big Ten Media Day. Their fashion sense, clothing knowledge, and tailoring is unparalleled. Simply said, no one does it better than Gary Michaels Clothiers, located in Village Gardens, 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
This is Megan Whitaker from the Nebraska golf team. If you put your clubs away for the winter, it's time to get them back out. There's no need to stop thanks to Double Eagle Golf. Double Eagle is home to Lincoln's best indoor golf simulators. It's perfect for every level of golfer, with everything from casual games for the kids to hyper-realistic simulations of some of the best courses in the world. And the best part, no matter what the weather's doing outside, it's always golf weather inside. See for yourself. Double Eagle Golf, just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Max Tan for men. Bye-bye golfer lines and t-shirt tans. Take it to the max at Max Tan. Get a 30-day pass, just $25. With stand-ups and laydowns for men of stature. Be a Max Tan man. Get 30 days for just $25 now at all 4 Lincoln Max Tan locations.
If your home isn't delivering the year-round comfort you expect, call the experts at Bryant. Warm and cool, comfort and confidence. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Call 467-1111.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
March is a month of good luck. From epic runs in state basketball to watching Cinderella spring the upset in college basketball. And of course, St. Patrick's Day. Luck is on your side at Mullen Motors too, because their lot is full of great vehicles to take home. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride, as summer road trips are just around the corner. Your luck starts this month at Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from the Couple Chevrolet GMC studio in the heart of Lincoln, America. 93.7 The Ticket. So it seemed meh and Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
This is Early Break with Sip and Jake, sponsored by Gaina Trucking.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Monday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. It's been a fun show so far. You got the podcast at theticketfm.com. We've gone through the bracket for both the NCAA tournament and the NIT. And we went through both of them. Both brackets have been addressed.
And we can keep going through it this week, right?
Oh, we're going to.
Yeah, it's not over.
We'll have games as soon as tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow they start.
They will have the first four. Tomorrow you will have.
Who is it, Jake?
You will have Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and Southeast Missouri State. That's the 16 versus 16. And you'll have Mississippi State versus Pittsburgh. 2-11 seeds trying to get their way to the dance.
So 2 teams from Missouri made it. The Missouri Tigers.
Yeah.
And
SEMO.
And SEMO.
Yeah.
Hey, just a little advice for you guys. Don't take Missouri to go far in this tournament. In fact, probably first round exit. They don't play any defense. The Missouri Tigers. Go ahead. What do you got? Chris Ault.
I was just going to add one last thing.
One last thing on Chris Ault.
When I was at New Mexico State, we were able to upset Chris Ault at Nevada. But
you were in New Mexico State.
Yes, but
for 28 years.
For 28 years. That was a long time there.
Dog years.
A long time dog years. It gets you. But the best part was we stayed in a casino. And we had to meet up on the second floor. So the team walked down. We went right through the casino. And it's like ding, 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 ding. And people are smoking and drinking.
I know exactly.
What was this for?
Oh, yeah. So we're playing New Mexico State. We're playing at Nevada, which in Reno. So we're staying in a casino.
Yes.
And we had to go walk. We had to walk like 100-some yards. People are just like, they'd like start to clap, and they're just, and this just.
Are you guys in uniform?
What's that? We weren't in uniform.
I know that one. But that casino is so freaking long. That one you're at.
We're on the way to the game, and we had to walk right through. I'm like, there was no other way out of the building. I can't. I'm just covered in smoke, and people are just on heaters. Been up all night drinking. You know, it was.
This is like the Legion days over here.
The first is
the Legion. We're back at the Legion.
As soon as we got to the stadium, the first thing I look at Jerry and I was gonna go. That was the only way we could get here. That was it. To the casino. Right to the casino. I mean, and people are drinking. They're clapping, and they're like, drinking Bloody Marys. Awesome. I'm like, this doesn't happen like Auburn, Alabama. Just all of a sudden. That's why being in that. I think that was like the Sun Belt. It wasn't the Sun Belt. I remember what the league was. Big West. Big West.
The Big West.
It was the Big West.
Good job.
It was the Big West. Is what it was.
You've been around. New Mexico State did a number on you, didn't it?
Anytime you get to walk through a casino to a game, and the thing was, actually, we kind of joked about it, but we also didn't think it was that odd. It wasn't like this is crazy. It's like that's about fits.
Wild,
it fits.
Wild Big West.
Big West.
Yeah,
but
wild
Reno,
Big
why
West.
not? But now it's
that's awesome, by the way.
Your new nickname is Reno to me.
Stop.
You're
Well,
Reno.
I told him last summer.
here
I said, no, this is bringing it back. I went to Reno. I said, I think you'd like this city. The way you describe cities that are strange to me, I feel like this is one that fits in for you.
Because
like you have an admiration for Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yeah.
How would you describe Shreveport?
A little rough.
It's a rough city.
Yeah. A little rough.
So now we got Reno.
Sean says you like Council Bluffs. Why would he say that?
I don't know.
I like Council Bluffs. So
It's a rough town.
Yeah,
It's not that rough. It's
Reno.
Have
You
you ever
would
been to
like
downtown?
Reno.
Council Bluffs has a nice downtown.
You'd like Reno.
Okay,
just saying. I think you'd enjoy Reno.
I don't know.
Just imagine the team coming through the casino.
That's
Here they come. Hey guys, here they come.
Give them an applause.
And back then, that was when
That's
you were
beautiful.
just. I mean, you're just blowing smoke. I mean,
That's beautiful.
There wasn't. I don't think you could get into the casino if you weren't smoking. I think it lets
It's
you
a
even let you in.
priority. Yeah,
it's a priority.
Yes.
It's like
requirement
we
to
have
get
a
in.
smoking casino. Take the team right through it,
How
and it
long
was
were-
100 yards.
How long were you in New Mexico State?
4 years times.
Was that with Barney?
Yeah, Barney was there.
Yeah, Barney Cotton.
Barney's
Cotton was
awesome.
there.
Yeah, Barney's awesome.
Was he the
Great.
head coach?
No, Tony Samuel's the head coach.
Oh, Tony Samuel
Yeah.
was the head coach.
It was like all the whole staff was Nebraska. Rich Glover was on the staff. Jerry Godowski was on the staff.
You were on the
Wow.
staff?
I was on the staff.
Tony
Steve,
Samuel's on that.
Steve Standard, Jeff Jamrog.
That is
Damn,
old,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was. It was all like
Jeez.
that. Clayton Carlin, who was a graduate assistant here, was on there. Kendall Blackburn, who was a GA here at one time. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, it was
back in the glory days,
the
right?
glory days. Like that. I will say this: we won 7 games one year. Didn't go to a bowl game and beat Arizona State, who was ranked like 14th. Went down there and beat them like 35-7.
Who was that head coach?
Still Tony Samuel. I already said that.
Arizona State.
Don't know that one for sure. No, I do know. It's was
it Bruce Snyder?
Bruce Snyder.
Was it Bruce Snyder?
Bruce Snyder, yeah.
Snyder got it going down there.
Yeah. We beat the crap out of him.
God damn.
No bowl game.
Best part that no airplane either. We had to bus it home. Oh yeah. Get on the bus, guys. Get home about 6 a.m. We got home.
Now you're gonna kill me for this. Is New Mexico State, is that Albuquerque or Las Cruces?
Las Cruces.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Lost Causes. Yeah. That's what a guy used to coach there called it. It wasn't me. That's me. He goes, where you guys live at? Lost Causes.
Have you ever set foot in that state, New Mexico?
Yes, I have. I've been to Albuquerque.
I tell you one, they went to a bowl game this year and won. Jerry Kill's doing an unbelievable job down there. Yeah, they're in a conference now. They got some facilities. Watch for them. They're going to take off.
Albuquerque's the lesser of the two, Las Cruces, and I mean that's what you commonly hear.
Well, back in the day when you coached it at New Mexico State, you're like, man, if we could just get the New Mexico job.
Yeah.
It was like we'd be
okay. So maybe you think it's better.
New Mexico's better. Yeah.
Is
yeah.
it?
Oh yeah.
I've been there.
Also at the same time, it's like if we win here, we can get the UTEP job. It was like that was the next step. UTEP. If we win this, it's a true story. I'm like, is there any chance like that? Were like one time I was like, hey, they're on the ropes over there. It's like, Tony, you got a shot? If we move 35 miles down the road.
Sip loves El Paso.
Big fan. El Paso. I love El Paso. Yeah.
Well, they have good Mexican food for sure.
Right.
They do. A lot of Mexican restaurants. Yeah. All right. What do we got?
All right, Reno, what do you got for us?
Are you going to call me Reno now?
Yes. You're Reno 911.
God, I love that show.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. What do you got?
464-5685. Call or text as always. So we pointed out the bracket of the tournament now. The Big Ten has 8 teams in the dance.
Uh-huh.
And I always ask the question, if you have the most teams in the tournament, it's obviously a good regular season for you, but how much should the success in the tournament, I guess, determine how good your season was overall for a conference?
I think it's a lot of it. This is what it's all about right now.
There's going to be the random time where an 11 seed or a 10 seed that barely makes the dance, had a good year, not a great year, but they get hot and make it to the Final Four. Okay. So that makes up for their most of their season being okay.
I believe that.
Right?
Yeah, I believe
Whereas
that.
a 1 seed, a 2 seed might have a 30-5 record or a 29-7. Some of these teams are really good. And if they go out early, is that a bad year? How do you define that season for them?
Well, I heavily weight what happens right now because this is it. I mean, this is what it comes down to. What you do means more than anything to me.
It's so different than because this is the playoffs. It's so different than bowl games because you can't when all of a sudden someone goes, the SEC went 4-5 in bowl games. They're not very conference. Nah, that's not true. This very uninterested team. It's a team not interested to play in whatever bowl game it is. You see that if you ever look at bowl games, you can just pick them like, ooh, I'd like those guys to win. They're very interested.
This is way different.
Those guys aren't.
Everybody's
interested. So right now everyone's interested.
Everybody.
There's not one team going like, even if you're in the play-in or whatever, there's not one team going like, I really don't care if I'm here. Well, we're not. Whatever. It's like no. Everyone's in.
We're attracted to the intensity. It's probably you're identifying why a lot of people don't pay much attention to the lower tier bowl games because sometimes they're not all that intense.
Well, there's no place to go after it. This one, there's a place to go.
Oh,
but you have another stop. You have another stop.
I mean,
it's 6 games to win it.
Yeah. Part of the appeal of this is when we go to Buffalo Wings and Rings, you'll feel the intensity. Buffalo Wings and Rings on
Thursday and Friday. Yep. Thursday, Friday.
When Jake's orchestrating the show. And you'll note just how intense everything feels.
Yeah. I had the conversation again with daughter's boyfriend. I go
Leighton.
Yes, like that.
It's not cool, Bill.
Leighton. Yeah, I know. But over the ice cream situation. Yeah. My daughter.
Cool,
I'll just go just say it out loud. What happened? My daughter got her wisdom teeth taken out.
We're gonna do that?
Here we go.
At that, and she had some ice cream delivered for her.
Yeah.
So I wanted some. I wanted to have a little scoop on top of my cookie. So I took
What's wrong with that?
So I took a good sized tablespoon. It's a tablespoon of ice cream on that. Yeah, boom, like that. Boom, at that. Ate it. Went that. Wake up in the morning. She sent me a text like at 2 a.m. Not cool, Bill.
I love that.
Not cool, Bill.
I love that.
2 a.m.
Ate her ice cream. Then and text my wife too. So as I'm saying goodbye to her at 5:00 to come in here, she goes, "Really? You ate her ice cream?"
I had a scoop. I didn't eat the whole thing.
No, I didn't eat the whole thing. No, it's a tablespoon.
I know. I didn't eat the whole
not
thing.
cool, Bill, will always be something I use from now
Darn
on.
right, Reno.
Not cool. Not cool, Bill.
Yeah. But anyway,
Reno.
what we said during the time we're watching the games together, we're like, when Arizona hit the shot to basically upset UCLA, they're down all game. I go, if you were sitting in a sports book like in Caesars, the place would have went nuts because somebody had something on it both ways. And the energy of watching that game, if you're sitting there and now your cocktail's 9 hours into it, and all of a sudden it's like the game's really interesting like that, and they hit a shot like that, that's mayhem. That's pretty cool.
That's mayhem. And there's non-gambling mayhem too.
Yes, not rare, but
no, there's non-gambling mayhem. Well, I'd say the conference tournaments are. I'd say those were intense.
Yes.
I mean,
a lot of gambling.
This is a great. This is a great time of year.
They had 5 conference championships in Vegas. 5 of them. I mean, they're going on simultaneously. I mean, it was insane. You could probably catch 3 games a day if you just buzzed around up and down the strip.
That's remarkable.
Yeah,
that's remarkable. It was a great weekend. It was fun. It kicked it. It kind of, I don't know. It kind of kicks off March Madness, right? The conference tournaments. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
I'm
you're
crazy.
right. No, you're right.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty simple to figure out too.
This is 2 weeks.
Could you make a case that it started a little before? Probably not.
It started like early last week, probably.
Okay.
That's kind of when things got.
Yeah, it was fun. The Big Ten tournament was excellent.
Just imagine though, they said where it's so different is that just take Nebraska. They go to Chicago. They can win the national championship.
Yeah,
they're still alive.
Yeah, they're still alive for the national title.
They just don't win. Just don't lose.
It is kind of interesting though that a lot of the field, 68 teams, how many teams are realistically in contention? Realistically, there's a lot that are in there that aren't going to win. You know that they're not going to win.
But there's got to be.
We've seen 11 seeds.
There's got to be. I'm going to say.
You think there's half the field?
I think there's like 20 teams
that could win it all.
They're talking, going like, you know what? We could win it all.
That could win it all. 20 is a good number.
We could lose this round, or we could win it all. We have a chance. Like I said, there's enough teams that have a chance to be able to do that.
Like, would A&M be an example of a team that's close in that 20 range?
Yeah.
And they're good.
Yeah.
They're really good.
I'd put them at 22.
Yeah.
I got them at 22.
Just outside.
Yes, just outside. Just on the bubble.
I think you guys are going to be flabbergasted when you see Iona. I really do.
I'm excited to see him.
It's a Patino team. I expect him to be good. I mean, he's been there for a long enough time.
3 years.
But
Patino's good. He's ridiculous.
But you saw instant success when he got there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to see.
Yeah, you did.
I want to see him, Patino, go to Texas Tech.
That was one of the
Can you imagine
the
how
jobs mentioned
imagine
for
that
him.
conference? Now imagine how good they are. Then all of a sudden he comes in.
He
comes to Texas Tech.
Then Texas Tech would have had Bob Knight and Rick Pitino.
Yeah. And I would
freaky.
wager more on the success of Patino doing better.
Well, that program has been in the finals, and
they should have won
the
it.
last
They
5
had
years.
Beard,
They should have won it.
Yeah, they played Virginia.
They should have won it.
Finals.
Yeah.
They played for the national championship. Texas Tech did.
That's right. Bob Knight, Chris Beard, and I'd have to look to see if Patino's in that.
Yes, I saw Mark Adams was let go, and they're targeting. That's one of the targets is Rick Pitino, as is St. John's and potentially Georgetown.
Well, it'd be very smart.
Rick Pitino, attorney at law.
He's going to be dressed for the occasion every time.
But how old is Rick?
I want to say 71. Jim Larinaga is 73. Is Pitino that old? Patino's
he's 70. Rick Pitino
70.
is
Okay.
70. It turns 70.
Larinaga's interesting. He's 73 now. He's got Miami going. You know who Jim Larinaga is.
I love Jim Larinaga.
So maybe people who want to hire Fran McCaffrey look at it and say, well, he's 63, but Larinaga's 73. So maybe Fran has 10 years in him.
Yeah.
Is basketball coaching less taxing than football coaching? Probably a little bit.
Physically, yes.
Yeah. Physically?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. There's not as much involved.
When you listen sometimes to the huddle, sometimes it'll be a little different than what's going on like in a football huddle. Sometimes it's kind of like Box out.
It is.
Box
It is.
out.
I'm always amazed by the mic ups, how
Yeah.
simple it is. All right, guys, we really got to dig in here.
Yeah.
We have to get possessions.
Yeah. Hey, we got to get stops.
Yeah.
We need stops.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. It is it's not like sometimes I expect them to go in there and you're like, okay,
So
this has got to be unbelievable what Fred says.
They're
not really.
That's just a difference because on game day it's different. But obviously their task is how well they can get all those things taught what they want to have happen on game day during the week and what they do. So I'm not taking away from.
No, I'm not either.
It's just on game day it's a little different, and then you have certain plays you'll draw up at times of hey it's 3 seconds to go. What's our play? What is this? There's a few of those situations, but other than that, when you watch the coach on the sideline, it's like it's that's why it's so much on recruiting. And how well you get to drill your team that week of what we're going to do. So, hey, we got to take this guy away. We have to be able to do this. That's everything. A lot more stuff is done pre. Where during the game, also where it's different as far as sport wise, there's no weather.
Yeah.
So there's no weather to deal with.
It's no variable there.
All of a sudden, what kind of team do you have? Well, we need a team to do this. We need to be able to run the football because it's going to be windy here. We got rain. We have a snow game. You don't play a snow game in basketball.
I'd like to see that though.
Yeah.
I'd be very curious.
So certain games like that, so there's never weather.
Wind.
No, there's no wind to it.
There's
so
no variables.
Those variables are always
It's not that
Who
variable.
plays the best in snow and basketball?
So when you get together, like on game days, you always have a meeting in the morning with your staff, and you talk through all these little variables. What's your rotation? How are you going to play? What's that? And then one of the things is always tell me about the weather.
Yeah.
What do we have like that? There's also not a big hydration. Hey, it's early in the year. We're playing in the swamp. What are we doing to make sure we're hydrated to avoid cramps?
How about cleats?
Cleats. We saw the turf situation. So it's
not
like,
turf situation.
Yeah, most of the time you don't. Most of the time,
the Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm sorry, Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
That's kinda
most
like
times, you're not having that. Like, hey, it's a different kind of court. Make sure you wear.
No,
not
usually not. No.
Yeah.
But back when they had those, what they call them, tarpon courts.
Yeah.
You're old enough.
Oh yeah. Where there
is that what they're called?
Yeah, tarpon. And they're kind of a grayish color.
I don't think Jake would remember.
I don't know.
It was a weird thing. Kearney had it.
Yeah, it was a tarp. Yeah,
Kearney High had a weird court. It wasn't wood.
West Point had it too.
I might have seen some of these.
Is it South Sioux City had it?
It's gray. You said
it's gray.
Well, it's
you
gray.
like it different colors, I guess.
Yeah,
but
it's different colors.
The issue is there was no give to it. There's no slide to it. On wood, if you're going really hard and plant, there's gonna be a little bit of a slide. It just grips. So just a chance of just so it was very awkward. And the ball, the sound wasn't the same coming off of the wood.
Tarpon courts.
Yeah, and so it didn't bounce in. So it's very awkward.
I don't think you see them anymore.
No, I think they're completely out.
It's gone. Thing of the past.
Yeah.
But West Point High had one.
South Sioux City. They had a nice arena, South Sioux City.
Yeah. It was kind of when they said it's gonna be the new craze, and then it just kind of yeah, exactly. Like that. When it comes to I thought it's go ahead.
No,
Jake,
no, I'm he's at this point he's just annoyed with us.
When it came to courts like that, there's all these different ones. There's really only one court that's unique. What is it? What's the one court you go? Oh, I know what that is.
Hold on.
I know that is
the current, like in current college basketball.
Current pass. Anyone who's the one court you go? Oh, I know that is.
Hold on. Don't tell us.
Oregon's is weird.
Come on.
Don't do this.
Come on. It's so.
Who's got the one
court
that you know who it is?
The Pit.
What's that? No, hang on. I'm going to help you here. I'm talking all basketball. I'm talking all basketball.
Don't tell us.
That can be.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The Boston Celtics.
Absolutely.
The parquet.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're the only. They own the court as far as definition.
They do.
Whatever else you want to do. You want to put stars into this. You want to do all that stuff. Nothing matters. There's one
squares.
Had like 12 different answers to the text.
Did it say parquet?
Yeah. Some said Boston.
Boston.
I saw Vanderbilt come up on that.
Oh, Vandy.
Well, he's somewhat correct there because that's a step up court.
Yeah, you have to go up to the court.
Step up court, which also you go
that's
off.
Good point.
You go off the court. You take a header. You go down.
I always wonder about
that. Was crazy.
Yeah.
So who was that?
That was Jason.
Jason,
good
nice.
one, Jason.
That's really good by you, Jason. We appreciate that. Let's get him some free bagels.
Okay.
Let's do that. I'll pay for it.
Okay.
I'll pay for it.
Raph chimed in with Boston.
Thank you.
Raph
Raph.
was there. Yeah, Raph.
Thank you, Raph.
Yeah, Raph was there.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Raph.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for listening in, Raph.
Yeah, Raph.
He'll be here in a couple minutes.
He'll be here soon.
Yeah, he's probably standing right outside the door.
Staring you down.
I can see him.
You laughed at your own joke. That was awesome.
Oh, he pulled a sit there.
Yeah, I pulled a Reno.
All right. Where are we going next?
I have one last question regarding the topic we start off with here. So if you had to compare a season, tell me whose season was better if I give these two hypotheticals here. A 1-seed Purdue who wins the Big Ten tournament but loses in the second round, upset to a loss to Memphis or FAU, or a team like Michigan State who was a 7th seed, and makes the Elite Eight. Who had a better year? Never had a chance to win the conference.
That's a good question.
They were an at-large team.
I just got to say Michigan State if they would make a run to the Elite Eight.
And Purdue loses in this scenario.
I'd say I like
second round.
in the final analysis. I would say Michigan State. They're 7.
I don't think the 8 gets me there. It'd have to be the Final 4.
Okay,
for me. Because if they won, Purdue won, if I believe, by 3 games the regular season. Then they won the tournament, so they're going to get all the rings.
Yes.
So they have something tangible forever.
Yeah.
And then if you don't go, all the way, you still have something that's pretty cool. Where you're at Michigan State, you're like, okay, show me your Big Ten. How about the tournament? No. Then we had a good run. We got beat in the 8.
Yeah.
If you go to the Final 4, then it's pretty close. If you're a Final 4 team, that's kind of where you get stamped.
I get it. It's a close call though. I mean, Elite
It's
8,
really almost win it all or have the other stuff's really good. I mean, to do that.
Purdue's interesting. Now you're going to kill me for saying this because it's amateur hour, but if you took Edey off that team, they're not much.
One of the best players in the country.
So maybe we should have, after this tournament's over, have another tournament where everyone takes their best player. Let's do that one.
No. What I would tell you, I knew you were going to say that, but here's the thing: it's really pronounced with them. I mean, it's not as pronounced with a lot of teams.
7'4" guy.
I don't know.
Dribble, can shoot.
He's good, man.
Houston lost their best player and lost by 20.
Yeah,
in the championship game. So it's like you lose any of your. But I agree that without him, yes, it'd be egregious.
They look like they played without him a little bit against Penn State. It didn't really look as bad as I thought, but there's no way they're the best team in the Big Ten without him. They got to figure something out because he's gone.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be good in the NBA.
Oh, I do too.
He's got dirt. He can last a long time. These big guys usually can go like 20 minutes. He can play 40.
Yeah,
he
he's surprisingly athletic.
I love listening to him on his interviews.
Do you?
He's really good.
Is he?
He's really good. He talks about how he's trying to improve this part of his game. A lot of it is back to the basket, which you know I like.
He's
got
beautiful.
the little bunny hook, the little He will cause problems in the NBA.
He will.
Seems like a really good dude. Too.
He does. He does. He's athletic for that side.
All right.
There you go, guys.
When we come back, there's some big NFL news over the weekend. Yeah, we're breaking right there. There's time constraints here. We'll have more next, an early break on the ticket.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Teal from Nebraska. Imagine golfing the best courses in the world. St. Andrews, Pebble Beach, Southern Hills, the best of the best. You can play those courses in the city with Double Eagle Golf. Double Eagle's best golf simulators, 5 high-quality bays that track ball speed, launch angle, club speed, spin rate, and more to give you the most accurate gameplay. Check it out for yourself year-round. Double Eagle Golf, just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket is your place in Lincoln for English Premier League soccer. Arsenal maintained a 4-match win streak, but had plenty of troubles with Bournemouth in a narrow 3-2 victory ahead of second-place Man City, who had a 2-0 triumph over Newcastle. In a surprising rout, Liverpool blanked Man United 7-0, but still sits in 5th in the standings, just behind Man U and Tottenham. Arsenal hosts Fulham this weekend, and you catch that and all the EPL matches at McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket at 8th and P.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for lunch. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
This is Jay Foreman. I wore gear to protect my health on the football field, and I'm protecting it now by staying up to date with the vaccine. Get up to date while it's still free and stay protected. Learn more at healthylincoln.org.
Are you looking for a solid, stable career in assembly, CNC machining, or injection molding? We got you covered. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director for Garner Industries, a world-class manufacturer with a 70-year history right here in Lincoln. And I just listed some great career opportunities that you can find by logging into GarnerIndustries.com. If you want top pay, excellent benefits, flexible work hours, and the opportunity to work in a clean, modern, air-conditioned facility with great people, contact me today by applying online at GarnerIndustries.com.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. March is full of high school state basketball action, the NCAA tournament, baseball season starting up, all great things that also cause a lot of stress. Instead of letting your nerves get the best of you and cause uncomfortable tightness, get ahead of all of it with a massage from The Body Shop. The Body Shop in Lincoln is your place for all types of massages, deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Book your appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Are you planting this spring? Make safety your priority. LES requires any landscaping or trees to be planted a safe distance from lines and equipment to give crews safe access. Visit les.com/trees to learn.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Mostly sunny skies, but still rather chilly for our Monday. See an afternoon high of 37, a light north wind at around 10. Mainly clear tonight, the low dropping down to around 20. A nice warm up tomorrow with a high of 54, but a bit breezy. A south wind could gust over 20. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This.
Well, good morning, little brother.
Is Early Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we'll get into some NFL stuff in a second. In a second.
Yeah.
But Bill wanted to lead in with something.
Well,
there.
this is on the gym floors. On the
gym floors. Okay.
Like that,
For our last segment
the different. So this is what really bothers me now in probably high school. Really bothers me the most is that the respect for the gym floor. It used to be no food and drink ever allowed in the gym. Ever. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
There was always the signs up, no food and drink like that. You can
Can't
bring
say that was the case in Columbus.
You could bring a sodas in now, you can do anything.
Yeah.
Or if you walked across, like during the school day, if you walked across the gym floor in hard-soled shoes, you were just going to get
What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, it'd be detention. It would be just big, the school gym floor was just
sacred.
Sacred. It was sacred ground. And now it's kind of like you walk across with everything. I mean, fans walk across. We had a deal the other day at Lincoln East, and like everyone just walked across the floor. I was mesmerized.
Sacred anymore.
I was mesmerized by it. I was like this can't happen.
I wonder if that's a
and
change.
food and drink was the signs were huge. You could not bring. Remember, people you start to walk in with the soda, you get the hand. Whoa.
I'm trying to think
because
if
they're
that was
afraid
the
that a
case.
soda might get spilled on the floor.
I think you might be right when it was 1985 in Columbus. I don't think you could take soda in.
No chance. There's no chance.
You could take popcorn.
Popcorn, that might have been it. But popcorn is it. I'd like to hear from the text lines. The text line
Yeah.
up.
The text line is up.
I'd like to hear from
402-464-5685.
And also,
Say that again.
I'd like to hear what they think of Sipple's new name, Reno.
I can handle it.
Yeah.
464-5685. Did you? Are gyms no longer sacred anymore? Do people remember the days of
gym
no
floors?
The gym floors. You can just walk right across from now. It really bothers me. It was the hell you caught. if you got close to the gym floor with hard soled shoes. That just didn't happen.
Jason says regarding a current gym floor, he says, Sip, I was in Columbus's gym yesterday for my daughter's gymnastics, and it's a nice looking school.
Oh, it's beautiful. They have a new one now. I wasn't.
Oh,
part
yeah,
of
that's
that
the new
one.
school. That's right.
Yeah, they have a new one on the
Yes.
north edge of town.
That's right.
And it's gorgeous. Now that's not the one I attended. I attended one that was in the middle of town, and it was a nice school. I burned down the equipment room. Of that.
Was there any of Sipple's any sort of records?
No, no statue.
No statue.
No statue that I know of. Nobody's alerted me.
Okay, Ron says no black soled shoes allowed.
Absolutely.
On the gym floor.
Yeah,
on the gym floor back in the day.
Yeah.
Regarding
that's true.
John says regarding a nickname here, he says I like 5 Wings better than Reno.
5 Wings.
5 Wings. That's solid. That's
solid. 5
solid.
Wings isn't bad.
Yeah,
I'd live by that creed.
Yeah.
5 Wings.
Well, we've told you it's
Jake, that's all I
live.
need.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
It's not proper.
How many wings could you eat, Jake?
In one, how many could I?
Could you?
I could probably get to 20.
Yeah, I could do 20. I could do 20.
Yeah, I could eat 20.
Yeah.
Really?
It depends how hungry I am.
Yeah.
If I'm just going there like moderate hunger, I'm going 10.
Yeah.
But I'm never eating 5.
But if it's free, let's say it's just free. You can just have unlimited wings.
I
You
could
can
get 20.
do 20. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna test that maybe on Thursday, right? We are having the party, right?
We have Thursday and Friday we will be at Buffalo Wings Ring, 68th and O. Come join us. On Thursday we'll have the ping pong balls for the first 68 people. We will have, or 64 people. We will have a ball with a team name on it. If your team ends up in the Final Four, you will win big prizes, courtesy of us and Buffalo Wings and
It's a
Rings.
big gathering, Bill.
But stop by. It's a lot of fun. Wings and Rings.
The Super Bowl was outstanding.
People will be offering fries.
They'll be offering
you
onion
guys-
rings,
or you will just take them off their plate.
Yes.
As a offering.
That was
from them.
that was onion rings. You're right.
Yeah.
That was
Onion rings. All right. So
you want to get to Jalen Ramsey?
a couple. Before I want to get also to Justin Field. To the Bears. The Bears on Friday afternoon made a big trade. Now Josh is a Bears fan over here. He's giving the whoop whoop over here. The Bears make a big trade with the Carolina Panthers on Friday afternoon. So Bears have number 1 pick. They traded to the Panthers for the number 9 pick, number 61 pick, which is a second-round pick, a 2024 first-round pick, 2025 second-round pick, and DJ Moore, who is the Panthers' top receiver, now going to the Bears. The question has been, to me, it feels like that the Bears won that deal with relative ease.
Feels over the top.
Yeah,
that they
like with
won
not
it.
even close.
It's not even
here.
like close.
How do you explain that to a Panthers fan if you're like trying to say you gave up DJ Moore and all these picks to go up 8 spots in the draft? There would be a quarterback at 9. I guarantee there'd be a quarterback there.
So who are they angling for?
That's the question. Is it Stroud? Is it Anthony Richardson now after his
Bryce
good combine? Is it Bryce Young? Who knows?
Could be Anthony Richardson.
It's a
50%
quarterback for
passer
sure.
in college.
53.8 to be fair.
Yes.
53.8. Yeah, very odd.
That always changed a lot in the NFL. It's always easier to throw in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, much.
It's always a lot
Defenders
easier.
are much worse, right? Much worse.
So
you are not on that train at all.
So some of those throws were against Vanderbilt and so that just so you know, it's at that. So
or worse.
Yeah, or worse. Yeah. So and just keep that in mind.
Yeah, Bill's not on that train, and I don't know where to go when you start talking Stroud or Bryce Young. They're both great. I'd probably lean towards Stroud because I am sort of. I know you're going to kill me for this, but the size thing I take into account. I do.
Has to matter a little bit.
Yeah, I like a bigger quarterback.
Has to matter a little bit.
Now there was a rumor yesterday going around that the Panthers might trade down from 1 to get some more. They might get some
That's
more
crazy.
collateral. Yeah, so they trade up to 1. Now they have all the picks. Okay, now hey, come get it. Who wants number 1? We'll listen.
Okay.
So they might trade down from 1 now.
How far down?
I don't know. Probably like the top 5 or 4 at worst. Like somebody in that top 5.
That's
I would assume.
fascinating.
He
They're
gets
just
some more
playing-
ammo
yeah.
out of this.
They're playing the game.
But they gave up DJ Moore, who's a good receiver. They gave
Really
their
good
number
receiver.
1 receiver is now in Chicago. That's a pretty big loss for Carolina.
At this point, I'm just shocked you haven't mentioned Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey yesterday went from the LA Rams to the Miami Dolphins. It's going to be official it's been announced, but it's official when the new league begins Wednesday. The new league year begins Wednesday. But Jalen Ramsey will now join a defense led by Vic Fangio. We all know the greatest coordinator ever to live defensively, in my opinion.
You like Fangio.
I like Fangio.
So now he's going to join a defense that has Bradley Chubb.
Xavier Howard, Javon Holland, Jalen Phillips, Christian Wilkins. I mean, it's a dang good defense.
Yeah, you're loaded up.
You got Jalen Ramsey and you got Xavier Howard as a 1-2 cornerback punch. That's a problem.
Well, yeah, the Rams are unloading salary.
They are.
I mean, they are.
All
really
it cost the
unloading.
Dolphins was a 3rd-round pick and a 4-string tight end, Hunter Long from
Hunter
Boston
Long
College.
with 1 catch in 2 years. Is that right?
Yeah, bust. 3rd-round bust.
3rd-round bust.
Yep, 3rd-round
Was it a big catch?
No, it was. I think it was about 3 yards.
Okay.
I think about
It was a game-winning touchdown.
I think it was about 3 yards.
There's only one.
About 3 yards.
So Hunter Long on the move.
Yes, and a 3rd-round pick.
And a 3rd-round
for
pick.
Jalen Ramsey,
Yeah.
who's on.
So do you feel Jalen Ramsey's playing at a all-pro level?
Jalen Ramsey is still very good.
So they will use him at the star
So
position.
you watched a lot of film on Jalen Ramsey?
I saw Jalen Ramsey. Now he got burned a couple times, as
everyone
every
does. I'm
cornerback
just
does.
asking.
Rough start.
He
to
was
the season.
also on a team that was failing last year. The Rams were bad.
5-12. And by the way, how could they be? I mean, they had
They
a
had
lot of
injury
talent.
problem-
Did
injury
they?
problems, injuries, and yeah.
They had Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald.
Cooper Kupp got hurt.
Okay.
Donald was healthy, but Stafford got hurt.
Yeah,
Right?
Stafford.
They had to play.
Now,
Baker
Donald didn't play the
Mayfield.
last 4 games, did he?
Okay.
He
No, I
didn't.
don't
Yeah, he
believe
didn't play. I mean, but the season was
It's
over
over.
for them. They were
Yeah.
done.
5-12.
5-12. Bad season for the
So
Rams.
you've benefited greatly from them unloading. They're just unloading
Yeah,
people.
they are.
Salary because they're over. the
And
cap.
Ramsey still has. He's still one of the best
28.
quarterbacks in the league. Yeah.
28. Yeah, they're talking about using. Now, Bill would know this stuff better than I. They're talking about using him at the star position, which in Fangio's defense, you use him as either a corner or you might slide him into a nickel.
Inside defender. That's
Okay.
that's. I'm sure that's what a star is.
Okay.
Now they keep saying it. Can you imagine the practices in Miami of Ramsey and Howard against Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle?
That's crazy.
Nah, that'd be one hell of a practice.
That's
What's
what you
going on in
want,
Miami.
right?
That's a loaded team.
What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong?
Concussion.
Concussion. Yeah. I mean, this comes down to your quarterback. Is your
still gonna be
quarterback
a
healthy,
quarterback.
and do you have a quality backup if that's the case? Because
Well, do you know the answer?
well, they don't have one. They're not bringing back Bridgewater because he doesn't fit the offense very well. He also got hurt himself several times. Every time he'd come into play, he would get hurt. So we go to the 3rd-string quarterback, Skylar Thompson.
Do you think that
Thompson didn't look bad in the playoff.
He's not a backup. He's not number 2.
He's
not
you
number
would
2.
agree he looked good in Buffalo.
He's number 3.
will they do any sort of situational practice? So all of a sudden, 4th down, coach. Know what to call? Or they
4th and 1, coach.
4th and 1,
4th
coach.
and 1. You didn't
4th
get
and 1.
It wasn't.
Clock's, hey, coach, clock's running. No timeouts, buddy.
It wasn't the first
Clock's
down.
running. Coach, get him out of the huddle. Coach,
Delay a game.
oh.
And it's 4th and 6, coach.
Now it's 4th and 6, coach. New call. Go to a different call.
Don't do that to Jake.
Listen, I'm fine. The season was a successful season for Miami.
It was.
I didn't push back on the season.
So that didn't bother you when you came in here that next day?
He took that
I
strangely
wasn't
well.
here the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, but you were okay with that whole scenario. It was interesting because he felt like they had a good season and they played Buffalo well.
They did.
Yeah, they went on the road in the cold
with the 3rd-string quarterback and other injuries. Yeah, and they played. They overcame a 17-0 deficit off the bat and
they looked
took
good
the
that
lead.
day.
Come on,
Yeah,
they were fine. They were fine. Dolphins are going to be a problem this year.
Oh, yeah.
And whenever they have hope, everything goes terribly wrong. So can't wait for that to happen this year. Hopefully that I'm wrong on things
God,
going
they are
wrong.
loaded though. They are loaded.
Yep, they are. Watch out for the Dolphins this year.
Who's second in your division then?
Bills.
Oh God,
We're overtaking the Bills this year.
I would support that.
I kind of
The
do.
Bills.
kinda
The
support
Bills
that.
are at the end of their window.
I think their window is not, and it just had such a crash at the end. It had such a crash, and then obviously then the defensive coordinator departs, and there's
Leslie Frazier.
I mean,
Yep.
it's hard to take them. They had 2 double crashes. I mean, they had a complete crash so bad at Kansas City the year before
Yes.
to lose that playoff game, and then they crashed again. And so it's like after a while, I don't know if they're in.
Yeah, the Bengals took care of them with ease in the playoffs this year.
That's right.
After the Dolphins almost beat them in their home field with
Yeah.
the 3rd-string quarterback. That's a rookie, by the way, 7th-round pick.
And there's
So
also
you're not big on Skyler though.
I like Skyler, but he's a 3rd-round pick. He's a third. He's a
String.
3rd-string quarterback.
they'll probably
Third string.
watch the XFL. There'll be a couple of those quarterbacks you're going to love.
XFL, 38,000 fans at the St. Louis game yesterday.
XFL.
Battle hops.
I'm
right?
also like that. We have this set. Me and family members. If the Roughnecks get to the championship game in San Antonio, we're going.
You're going.
Yeah, I'm going. I'll
When-
do a live
when is
promotion.
that?
Just a San
I
Antonio
think it's
team.
like March 12th or 13th, somewhere in there.
It is.
That's a
It's
time.
March
Who's that
13th right
St.
now.
Who's a Roughnecks coach?
God, I'm losing my mind.
Today's March 13th, Bill. Hope it's not today.
May 13th.
Okay, all right.
May
Yeah.
13th.
Yeah,
is
He'll
yeah,
lose his
yeah, it's
mind.
not today.
He's
It's
losing his
definitely not
mind.
today.
That's not Stoops, is it?
No, it's Phillips.
Phil. Oh yeah, Wade
Wade
Phillips.
Phillips.
And Brian Stewart's the defensive coordinator.
Defensive coordinator. Yeah.
Remember Brian?
Yes,
Jay?
Coach McMahon was the special teams coordinator at LSU with me. We won the national championship. He's their special teams coordinator.
You're cheering for the San Antonio?
No. Houston
Roughnecks. I thought you said San
we're
Antonio.
the Houston Roughnecks.
Oh, yeah. Do they sing that?
Houston? I don't know, but I do. I sing it every time. I got a sweatshirt. I got a hoodie.
All right, what do we got?
Yeah.
Let's play the game show.
7:50
right now. 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Today, I mean, Sip, this should be in favor of you because you watched a lot of college basketball the last couple of days. You watched conference championships.
The MAC championship.
So here's the topic
The
today.
MAAC.
Auto bid conference champs. I will tell you the team that won the conference. You tell me what that conference was.
Oh God. Oh God. No.
You
no, no.
You watched the MAAC
Yeah.
Iona. So stuff like that. Let's see how we do
This
today.
is not going to be
Auto bid conference champs. I'd say the team. You tell me what the conference. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call play 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
Don't be scared. Line open for you, 464-5685. Again, our stream is down today, so we have people have to tune in on the YouTube stream or FM. If you're out there, don't be scared. If you lose, you get a bagel and a coffee. So you win today no matter
Definitely
what.
don't be scared.
Yeah, Sip has no confidence here.
yeah.
Bill has less
Zero.
confidence than Sip in this one.
I did. I mean, I was paying some attention this weekend.
It is spring break also, so people may be off work right
Yeah.
now, taking care of the kids. 402-464-5685. Line is open for you to take down Sip and Bill in trivia. Auto bid conference champ.
This is tough. This is a tough one.
It's tough, but
You
It's
say the
Bengals
team
in
we.
line, yeah, I would tell you the team that is going to the tournament from a conference.
You're going to
You
be
tell
saying,
me
you're not
what
going to be
the
saying the Big
conference is.
12.
No, I'm not giving you the Pac-12, the Big 12, Big 10.
Any league that I coached in. That's felt before.
Yes.
All right, we need a call.
Lines are open.
This is odd.
Lines are open. No. 464. There we go. 5685.
We're not even-
The-
Were we even on the radio
We're on-
today? Did we just do a practice show?
We're on the radio.
I think we did a practice show. We weren't even live for anything.
It's very strange
Very
when
strange.
the stream is down.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
because you have a lot of people that stream in.
Yeah.
And you hear from them. But today,
Jay Foreman.
Jay, we appreciate you
Oh,
calling in.
That'd be awesome.
How do you feel about auto bid conference champs today?
Oh boy, I don't know.
That's not Jay
I
Foreman.
think Bill needs to be my partner.
I think
you don't
may
want
not
that.
get this.
If you
We
want to,
have won before in a 0-0 tie. Yeah,
that's what we're
we've won a
Tiebreaker,
before.
yeah.
okay, Jay. Good morning, and thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Jay, first question goes to you. Montana State won their conference tournament to get an auto bid to the dance. What conference is Montana State in, Jay?
Joke.
Jay?
Oh boy. I have no idea.
No guess at all? None? 5 seconds.
Just guess.
Jeez.
Any guess? 5.
Come on, Jake. Let
4.
it go.
Okay, we'll give you the horns.
Pac West. I don't know.
Okay, that's a good guess.
Pac West.
That's a good guess.
That's awesome. That's what I said.
Bill?
Big Sky.
Big Sky.
Big Sky is correct. Okay, so you're up 1-0. Now you can't use Bill. This is You're on your own here. Right.
See now, okay, we gotta. Can I double back on something? I probably should have just said that one.
Yeah, but I wanted to say it.
Okay.
Yeah, he wanted to get a
I did. I
question
really
right.
did. I really did.
It's okay. Go ahead. 1-0 lead, Sip, for the 2-0 lead. UC Santa Barbara
Okay.
I
won
know
their conference tournament to get the auto bid. What conference is UC Santa Barbara in?
Oh.
This is for Sip.
Oh boy.
I know it.
I'll call that the Big West.
Big West is correct. You didn't need Bill.
It was sort of a guess.
All right, Jay, to stay alive, your last question down 2-0. Florida Atlantic, FAU won their conference tournament to get an auto bid. What conference is Florida Atlantic in? This is for Jay.
Slow.
Drawing a blank.
I don't know. Have no idea.
Okay, all right. Then any guess? I need something else. The game's over here, Jay. Any conference?
Southwest.
That's all right.
Southwest Conference was a bear back in the
Sip
day.
was mouthing the wrong answer, so I'm glad
Wait
the
a
game's
second.
over. The answer, they're in Conference USA now.
Oh, they changed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Conference USA.
Doesn't matter. Champion.
Yep, you won.
They're in Conference
They are
USA.
in Conference USA now. They went 31-3 this year overall.
Dang.
So Jay, thanks for
We need
calling.
NASCAR questions.
No NASCAR.
No
today.
NASCAR.
No NASCAR today.
Maybe tomorrow,
Jay,
though.
thanks.
Thanks, Jay.
Listen
Appreciate
in.
the
Thanks,
try.
Jay.
Yeah, Jay's gone. Okay, you want your last question?
Sure.
You've already won the game. Are we
Sure.
racing for this one?
Hey, we're race.
Yeah, we're race. Always race.
Okay, Colgate won their conference tournament to get the auto bid. What conference is Colgate in?
Oh, man. That's with Lehigh and those guys.
Mid-America. Mid-Eastern.
Bill's right on the league.
Yeah.
He had Lehigh's and this
What
one.
is
Yeah.
it?
The Patriot.
Patriot.
Ooh.
Oh, I should have got that.
Dang
Yeah.
it.
All right, and last question, tiebreak. Who wants the number here? Who's going?
I'll
you have
get
the number.
You're going over under?
Yeah.
Okay, Sip. How many teams in college basketball, Division I college basketball, averaged 80-plus points per game this season?
Averaged.
Not many. Okay, there's 351 teams that I know of. 351 teams. How many averaged 80 a game? Can't be many, right? There just can't be many.
What's the number?
21.
Bill?
I'm going to say
14.
Okay. Not a bad
14.
number.
Gonzaga first at 86.5 points per game this year.
So Gonzaga got what they get? 3 seed?
They're a 3 seed. They're playing in the first round. Grand Canyon. That's in the West bracket. If they win, they will play the winner of TCU, Arizona State.
Grand Canyon
or
had to
Nevada.
win all the way. I think they came from a Tuesday. I think they were a Tuesday play-in team.
Is that right?
Or not whatever, not playing, but they had to win 4 to win the tournament.
And they
Nice.
did.
Bill,
Yeah.
Bill, you know what Bill did this weekend? He watched a lot of
watched-
hoops.
Yeah,
Because you were group texting. I was amazed how much
I had to
hoops
do.
you
I had
watched.
to do parenting too.
Yeah.
So I was doing the parenting.
Not cool.
Not cool, Bill.
It's a multitask.
Tablespoon of ice cream got me multiple
He's
texts.
in the
I'll
doghouse.
never. I'll always remember that.
He's in the doghouse for the ice cream.
Not cool, Bill.
One scoop, Bill. Too many.
And also, but the day that same day before the incident, I went to Runza and got mini vanilla shakes for her.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was before the incident?
Before the incident, yeah, still took it. Yeah, still took it on the.
You know, who's at Grand Canyon? Ivan Wadrago, former Nebraska.
Wait a second.
Ivan Wadrago is at Grand Canyon, former big man at Nebraska, from France.
We also
The Frenchman.
was it? Who did the Gauchos beat? Who did Santa Barbara beat in the finals of that tournament? Look that up for me. Because they have a player from Omaha Central, the team that was
Okay.
in the finals. And was it Fullerton? Is the Titans? I think it was
Fullerton?
Cal State Fullerton, and they had a player from the
We'll
from
confirm that during the break.
from Omaha Central.
Fullerton.
Confirm that during the spillover next and early break in the ticket.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making engine run smooth. With technology and precision ag strategy to help them farm today and for the future. Solution Review.
Marches of luck, from runs and sprawl to watching Cinderella spring the upset in college basketball. And of course, St. Patrick's Day. Luck is on your side at Mullen Motors too, because their lot is full of great vehicles to take home. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride, as summer road trips are just around the corner. Your luck starts this month at Mullen Motors.
No tag on, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
This is Jay Foreman. I wore gear to protect my health on the football field, and I'm protecting it now by staying up to date with the bivalent COVID vaccine. Get up to date while it's still free and stay protected. Learn more at healthylincoln.org.
Hi, Sean Callahan here with Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and it is Truck Month at Koppel, and we are pulling out all of the stops for this gigantic event. The lots are starting to fill, and we have some great deals for you waiting in Louisville. Brand new GMC Sierra Light Duty and new Silverado Light Duty trucks. All trim levels have up to $4,000 in discounts. That's right, up to $4,000 off all new light duty trucks right now at Koppel, so do not wait. Now is the time to buy a new truck, so stop on in or visit us online at koppelcars.com. You must have a trade-in and finance with Koppel. All deals with Roof Credit.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
March is full of high school state basketball action, the NCAA tournament, baseball season starting up, all great things that also cause a lot of stress. Instead of letting your nerves get the best of you and cause uncomfortable tightness, get ahead of all of it with a massage from The Body Shop. The Body Shop in Lincoln is your place for all types of massages, deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Book your appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
One of the Nebraska Lottery's most explosively fun promotions is back. Cash Blast. Until April 18th, buy a 2x2 ticket, enter the voucher number, and you could win $5,000 or $500. If your winning voucher is from a 7-day draw ticket or a multiple of 7 ticket, your prize is doubled. There will be 7 weekly drawings and 14 total winners in Cash Blast. So play today. You'll have a blast. But that goes without saying. 2x2 top prize odds 1 in 105,000.
Haven't played Powerball from the Nebraska Lottery in a while? It's easy, fun, and you could win a fortune. Visit your nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer. Pick 5 numbers between 1 and 69 and a Powerball number between 1 and 26. Or just ask the clerk for a quick pick. With the starting jackpot in the millions and drawings Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, you'll soon remember why Powerball is Nebraska's favorite lotto game. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1 Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and every day. And make sure down Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Can you believe all the empty car lots in Lincoln? How can they survive? Well, they are surviving by charging way too much and making you believe there are no cars available. Hey, this is Carl from Price Right Auto. I'm here to tell you that they are full of bull stuffing. Come out to Price Right in Westo and you'll find over 100 great vehicles at some great prices. We won't let you get 11 since we back every one of our vehicles with our Peace of Mind 3-month warranty. If you want a hassle-free car buying experience, check out our website, pricerightauto.com. Come see a great selection of affordable used cars on Westo Street at Price Right Auto.
This
Well, good morning, little brother.
is Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, it's time for the spillover. Chris Raff with this. AD is out in Valentine right now, so just the big man today.
Welcome to the show, Bigfoot.
Hello.
How
How's
you doing?
everyone?
That's awesome.
What,
Good to have
how
you,
big are your
Raph.
feet?
16.
16.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. That's big.
How big
You
is
guys
go down to
feet,
the end of the hallways to turn around?
I do got straight. Like people make fun of me because I got bigger feet for a little guy, 10 and a half.
I'm gonna sound like a complete idiot right now, which is fine. I went and I got some new shoes this weekend.
You
So
did?
I haven't. I need new shoes.
Yeah, you did.
You could tell. I need
Yeah,
new
you
shoes.
did.
They're not. I'm not wearing them right now.
What?
but
Why?
Yeah, why? You
I,
got new
just,
shoes.
I didn't break them out yet.
Afraid am I getting rain?
Tomorrow.
Right.
Get
Exactly.
rain and mud
Right.
on them or something?
Yes, Bill. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know that my feet were different sizes.
How do you mean?
They did it. They did a test to see what's the best type of shoe for me. I guess my right foot is like 12 and a half. My left's like 11 and a half.
I noticed you're always walking in this kind of like a circle.
Why am I not surprised?
I walk behind you. I'm like he's kind of got a different gait to him. I'm like, well, no wonder one foot so far and the other one.
You just learned that?
So
I didn't know.
So you'd be the person like that. Imagine, excuse me, can you take the 11 and a half out of that box and just sell me?
That is
and
weird.
So somebody's gonna get a jacked up box of shoes.
Yeah,
that's got to make shoe shopping really
I've always
odd.
bought 12.
Yeah. What do you guys? I'll give me the half box. What do you mean? The 12 and a half, 11 and a half.
Well,
Yeah, everyone has them.
I got a 12 and a half on one foot and 11 and a half on the other. If I was a shoe salesman, I'd be like, are you kidding me?
That would be.
Don't mess with
That'd
me.
be historic.
I know.
What was his face like when they looked up to you? Like, excuse me, sir.
Is this common?
Is this true?
I
Is
didn't
it
know.
common?
They did like a computer thing, so it's official. I stood on top of a thing, and the computer would, gave a
There was a
result.
computer in there?
It was like 12.4 for the right and like 11.6.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Are you like missing a big toe like Dion? Or
I'm not, but they notice like, yeah, your right insole, you have like you keep tearing up where the big toes at. It's like you're tearing it up. It's because I probably don't have enough room in my foot for it.
So
you just noticed.
So for the last
I told you I'm kind
for
of
the
an
last
idiot.
20 some years, you didn't feel like your big toe was just pressed against the front of your shoe.
I don't notice it.
You gotta take your shoe off. Well, man,
Jake,
that feels
this
so
is
much
amazing.
I told you, I'm not proud of this moment.
You got
but it
one
happened.
foot that's bigger than the other. You're Bigfoot. You're really Bigfoot.
Rap's got 16.
You're-
I've got
You're,
two mixed up
you're
feet.
differential foot.
Yeah,
you kind of had like that Ed McCaffrey back when he played. He'd cut out the front of his shoes so he'd have room for his feet.
Did McCaffrey do that?
Oh yeah, he did everything. He was
I'm
crazy.
not proud of this moment, but
That's
at
pretty
least I
interesting,
figured it
Jake.
out at some point in my
That's
life.
really
I'm surprised
interesting.
you waited this long to bring that up.
Well, I didn't know it
I
until
wonder what Chris Alt would think of that.
Chris Alt, the Nevada pistol game. Pistol
I
man.
guarantee you, Raph knew who Chris Hall was.
I did not. I was like,
Seriously? You know
yeah.
Chris
I
Alt?
mean, I knew the name, but I didn't. I couldn't.
Oh, you know the
inventor
story
of the pistol.
Yeah.
story.
Raph usually is a kind of the king of freak facts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't
Every
know
once
that.
in a while.
Yep. What your thoughts on the bracket there, Raph? Anybody that sticks out to you?
Man, I was like looking.
That's
I was like going through it this morning and filling it out, and I get down to the very end and just like Kansas, Michigan State, and I'm like, oh boy, this is not good.
You got Michigan State advancing out of their bracket. They're a seventh
they're
seed.
good. I
They're a
had them-
seventh seed in the.
I had them pretty far, but that's just always.
That's Izzo.
I always like
It's
Izzo in the
That's
tournament.
The power of Izzo.
But that also hurts me too because sometimes they dip out a little bit early. But we'll see.
The one that's interesting is that we talked about Texas A&M. We're
Yes.
shocked with
7 seed.
Look at them. Am I not correct? If they win and Texas wins, they're playing in the next round.
That is
Correct?
correct.
That's a big deal.
That is
all of a sudden Texas A&M playing in round 2.
Round 2.
And against
Yeah.
Texas.
Yes, it's
Bitter
a 2 and 7.
Yes.
There. 2 and 7. There. That's
That is one thing about one thing that I didn't know before Nebraska joined the Big 12. I know they're not in the Big 12 anymore.
Nice.
I was freaked out by how the hatred between Texas A&M and Texas.
Yeah.
I didn't know
What?
I didn't know it was that bitter though.
Oh my God. Oh yes.
I mean, it is
yes.
not pretty. Like
Yes.
you can't really even mention.
It gets
Texas
back to
A&M.
the same thing. If you don't have a true rivalry,
Yeah.
it in anything, it's really hard. It's really hard on a university. It really is in sports. It's really hard if you don't have a true rivalry. I know where Nebraska had an epic one with Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Then when they went to the Big 12, they didn't protect it.
Mhm.
Oklahoma chose not to. They wanted to protect Texas. So when you lost that rivalry, that's a big deal. Same way when Texas A&M no longer played.
Mhm.
Wow, that was a big deal.
Jake, back in 95 when Nebraska, I think it was 95 when Nebraska was joining the Big 12, I did a tour of the new Big 12 schools, and I went from A&M to Austin. And when you told people in Austin, like okay, I'm doing a tour. Well, where were you? Where were you yesterday? I was at A&M. People would just look down. Like it was just like you talked about something that is very
I
uncomfortable.
mean, it's a line.
They would look down. They wouldn't say, "Oh, how was that?"
Yeah.
They just kind of look down like, "Okay."
There's a line in the there's a line in the sand in that. There's a line in the sand in that state. I mean, it's
Oh God,
yes. So it is a pretty cool. They're going to be in the same league again.
that's yeah,
it
and that's
really is.
amazing. They
He's
play in the
back.
But
they play in
it
the
is.
second
He's back.
round.
Yeah, to not play that game was just crazy. Just like they went forever without playing West Virginia Pitt. The backyard brawl
baby.
went without playing it like that. So rivalries mean so much to schools.
Oh yeah, was trying.
Wouldn't that be as sad if that match if Penn State were to beat A&M and they take away A&M Texas from round 2?
Yeah.
Or Colgate somehow upsets Texas.
Colgate's real.
It's possible. Hey, Colgate scores a crap ton of points.
The Patriot League is very brutal.
Texas is interesting to me because of how much they dominated Kansas.
Twice.
Just in the last couple weeks.
They did twice in a row.
Yeah.
To end the regular season and then the Big 12 title
The
game.
scores were 75-59, 16, and 76-56. It's almost like they're discounted, though. Like Jay Wright's picking Kansas to win it all. I don't like Kansas in this tournament. I've seen them now. I've seen them 3 or 4 times. They're just not nearly as good as they were last year.
They have too many clunkers.
Yeah, and I know you're going to say, Jack, well, they're number 1 seed. They're number 1 seed.
quad one
to
wins.
put a 6 run through. I'm kind of with. I hate to agree with Sipple. That's awful.
I'm playing the emotional card with Kansas.
You like?
So I have
emotional.
Well, I have no idea. What's going on with the coach self.
Yeah,
maybe he breaks it to the team like this is my final run as the coach, and then all of a sudden, then you got that emotional.
He had heart surgery.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, put 2 stents in
on Thursday, right?
Yeah, Thursday.
Thursday's
Oh,
game.
I didn't think that was being
He
reported.
missed all the games.
Okay, all.
Yeah,
That's.
Yep. Went to the university at that base. He was having a heart attack.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
The Raps got the emotion.
Yeah,
They're playing for self, baby.
Okay, that could be. Hey, that could be a factor. Yeah,
keep them calm on the sidelines.
Yep.
They'll play really good.
That could be a factor. Clark Kellogg has Bama versus Purdue in the Final Four, and Xavier versus Gonzaga.
Xavier is a 3 seed. Xavier and Gonzaga.
It's a 3 seed.
So 2 1 seeds and 2 3 seeds.
And he picks Gonzaga to win it all.
Ooh.
Jay Wright picked Alabama versus Marquette on one side and KU versus Texas on the other. He picks KU to win it all.
Marquette is tough.
Yeah.
Marquette could easily come out of that East bracket. I would not be shocked at all if they did.
It's wide open. See, wouldn't you just say everybody's saying that? The term's wide open.
So here's the thing that Stan. So we think Edey will be the player of the year, right?
National
potentially.
Who's at the?
So my point of it is
the guy from Bama.
So
Brandon
Miller.
He might be the one. Maybe I don't know. Who's the must see guy? I don't
In
even
the
know one.
tournament?
Where you going like?
Okay.
Where you go like?
Well,
I've got to. Wow. When this guy comes on the court, I don't know who that is.
In terms of like the mid-major school. Like so, Oral Roberts has that Max Abmas guy who has averaged like 30 points a game.
Okay.
That guy is
Right now, there's probably
first time I've heard
right now in Lincoln. In Lincoln, there's probably
not many.
8 people that knew about him. Right
But beyond that,
what's his name?
I think it's Max Abmas.
Thank you.
A-B-M-A-S.
Must see.
Must see. We don't even know who he is.
He's 30 points a game.
That's impressive. My point is, there's no one.
But yeah,
you're
it's
right.
not like back in the day, like oh man, you're gonna watch Ralph Sampson play. You're gonna
Right.
watch Akeem Olajuwon play.
Bird.
Or
Bird.
yeah, Mock,
Bird.
C.
I shouldn't have said it.
Pick him up.
Or Jordan. Or
No, you're right. I mean, Drew Timmy doesn't make you want to watch him at Gonzaga, right?
Not really.
There's not a star.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Edey's
There's-
the closest thing.
Yeah, there's not a must see where you just go, well, I got to turn this on.
There's
I got
not.
to have to go.
No,
the
there's not.
player of the year last year for Kentucky,
Sheboy, Oscar Sheboy.
have you noticed him at all this year?
He's been
Nothing.
fine, but he's
yeah,
nothing
but
great. Yeah.
there's
He's
not one time
must-watch
where
TV.
not one time when I got to see him.
Who's example of must watch in recent years besides the guys we know?
Well, Steph Curry was
No.
great.
Steph Curry was
the
must
most
watch.
recent one is Duke at Pelicans.
Zion Williamson.
Yeah, Zion
was
Williamson.
must.
Yeah.
Zion would have been. He was a must watch.
Good call.
1988, Danny Manning at Bob
Danny
Devaney
Manning.
Sports Center.
Yeah. Kevin
thought
Durant was that,
well,
right?
Durant was a must see.
Yeah.
People tend to like to Jimmer Fredette at BYU.
Yeah,
he's a must see.
See that
Yeah.
one.
Shimmer. What a cool name.
Jimmer.
See, you don't have that really
You
this year.
don't have that.
There's not one that you just go, wow, this is going to be amazing.
Tominaga could have been that guy.
Yeah.
Casey could have been that guy.
He could have been a must. He kind of was.
he
It kind of was
could've been-
one of the more must sees. Now pretty local, but if it could have been exploded,
Yeah.
could have been a must see. NIT.
They were close to making the NCAA tournament.
Yes.
Very close.
Gary
Oh
Temple.
no, they were never
Gary
close to making
Templeton.
NIT.
You guys would have had me all worked up. I didn't know that he would that Templeton had us like in yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Templon.
Yeah.
John Templon.
Yes.
John Templon.
Who became fairly famous
He did.
around our neck of the
Yeah,
woods.
he did.
Well, he'll be on again.
We'll have mine.
He'll be on
Well,
again.
should we do a
recap?
NIT breakdown?
Probably should. I should have him on
Hey,
again.
what happened in Nebraska, John?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're settling this on the air. Should we get him on again
Yeah.
Discuss.
and rip through see what he thinks about who's going to win the NIT?
This show cares more about the NIT than the actual bracket.
I was locked into that NIT selection show last night.
Were you?
There
was a show?
Oh, yeah.
At 9:00.
I've never watched.
was
I have never watched an NIT selection show in my life until last night, and I was locked in, and we got down to the final 8. I'm like, come on. Come on.
Come on,
I
Raph.
told Sip 6 times before the show it was at 9:00. Not
Yes.
8.
Well, I know they made the announcement. I didn't know there was a show. I
Yeah.
thought the announcement.
Worst part was
Yeah, it was
so
on.
like
There was a show on ESPN.
At 7:30,
yeah.
I kept googling it to see the bracket, and they just kept showing who won last year. I'm like, come on, man! Or here's the best one. They showed the bracket, but there was no names in it. They just showed the bracket.
Here it is. There's
Here's the
nobody in
bracket.
it.
There's
Did you watch
32
the
teams.
show,
No, I
Jake?
did not watch the show.
Raph, you watched.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Utah Valley made it, and I'm like, Utah Valley. And then they're
Bill's
like,
team.
That's my team.
That's
They're
but
gonna
then
go all.
Mark Madsen's the head coach.
Yeah.
That
Help
was
me out with that.
the old
Mad Dog.
Lakers.
Mad Dog.
Played for, I think, Stanford, I believe. Stanford, and
Yes,
then the
you're right.
Lakers.
You're correct.
Okay.
So he's their head coach there at
It's a young guy,
Utah
right?
Valley. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I was like, I thought, come on, Nebraska, maybe, but
Yeah.
Should we make sure we follow the NIT on this show?
fill out the brackets.
Yeah.
We got to do our own bracket.
Yes.
NIT bracket.
NIT bracket
Bill's
contest.
got Utah Valley in the championship.
If we're going to have
Absolutely.
Temple on back on, I want us to be well versed on the field.
We'll do our best.
Okay.
That's it for us. The drive is next for Bill Busch and Steve Simple. I'm Jake Sorensen. See you.
Reno.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round and a strong team culture